Go. Alright. So. Actually, would that be too loud? Yeah, probably. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna fiddle with that anymore. But, anyways. Let's get started with the safe ending. Which is basically, I believe, this one, and then the true ending would come up after this. So, let me continue on, or let me just skip towards the branching point, where we start off that route. And it all hinges on whether we pick door 4 or 5. So, I will go over here. There we go. Alright, so we basically just kind of know what happens here. Everyone talks about going through door 4 or 5. And there's a whole debacle with the Ninth Man. And blah blah blah. And because we haven't seen the puzzle room and stuff beyond door 5 and the dialogue behind there, I'll go, alright, let me go select this. I'll just go through door 5 and the puzzle because we haven't seen it. Okay, go. So I decided that it had to be door number 5. Hey, wait! Junpei's cry echoed across the room. The 4 people walking toward the door stopped and turned back toward him. I want to go through door 5 too. The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up. What? What are you trying to say, Junpei? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you. He turned around to look at her. No, you can't. I can't take you with me. But why? Oh, well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that? Well, June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions. Please, let me go into door 5. Seven scratched his head and looked at the young man. Man, we're right back where we started, you know that? Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? Well, if we're going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Snake turned to Ace. Ace, please. Take good care of Clover. Alright, that's fine. 1 plus 4 is 5. Don't go away. You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door number 4 with the others. No! Don't be so selfish. Snake's tone was harsh. But why? Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened and he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear. Be fine. Just relax. It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei couldn't hear them. Huh? What did he tell her? Couldn't help but wonder what the other man said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring.
わかったよ。
Okay, I understand. Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, new teams were assembled.
最後にもう一度確認しよ
Alright, so let's make sure we got this straight.
う。5の扉に入るメンバーは
Those going to door number 5 are
7、ニールス、俺、
me, 7, and Snake.
7足す2足す5の合計は14。
So 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14.
14の数字根は1足す4で5になる。
And the digit root of 14 is 1 plus 4 is 5.
4の扉に入るメンバーは
And those going to door number 4
サン
are
タ、紫、一宮、四つ葉。
Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover.
8足す3足す6足す1足す4の合計は22だ。
So 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22.
22の数字根は2足す2で4になる。
And the digit root of 22 is 2 plus 2, which is 4.
というわけだが、これでいいか？
We're okay with this?
異論はないぞ。
No problems here.
やろ
Alright, let's do it.
う。よし。それじゃあ。
Alright then. Okay, 7, Snake, and Junpei scanned their number bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed up as 3 asterisks.
あとはレバーを下げるだけか。
The lever is all that's left.
よし。
Okay.
それじゃあ、行ってくるよ。
Alright then, let's go. Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
はい。気をつけてくださいね。
Okay, please be careful. Concern was written plainly across her face. We will. Junpei looked her in the eye and gave what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. With the sharp clack of a lock releasing the door, swung open.
開いた。
And it's open. Ahead of them, in a small hallway, were the pitiful remains of the 9th man. Ugh,
ひでえありさまだな。
and that's messed
こ
up.
れが、あの9番の男なのか。
That was the 9th man? For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, his feet would not leave the floor. 7 too seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway, and stopped once he realized his companions were following.
血の中を平然と。
How can you... Well,
僕を殺すつもりなのかい？扉が開いている時間は9秒しかないんだよ。
well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten that the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked towards one shoulder.
すまない。
Sorry. Let's go. So Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men. Whoa. 7 and Junpei looked down at their bracelets. On both of them, and on Snake's, a red skull flickered to life.
カウントダウンが始まりやがった。
Ah, damn it, the countdown's already started. They had scarcely processed the information when... With a metallic slam, the number door behind them swung shut.
くそ、扉が。
Oh shit, the door.
退路は断たれたということか。
There's no turning back now.
あとは解除装置を見つけない限り。
If we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
おい、出たどこだ。
Hey, where's the dead? The fear and urgency of 7's face reflected what all 3 of them felt.
どこって？
How the hell could I know?
落ち着いて、周りをよく見て。
Calm down, look around you.
ああ、わかってるよ。
Okay, I get it. Junpei spun around, desperately searching for the dead. He found it easily enough. It was on the wall, next to the closed door labeled 5.
ここだ
I found it, right here. As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other two scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down.
止まったみたいだな
Ooh. Well, it looks like it stopped. As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
ったくヒヤヒヤさせてくれるぜ
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack. A muscle stood out in Seven's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
俊平くん大丈夫ですか
Jumpy, are you alright?
お兄ちゃん平気
Are you guys okay? They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door.
ああ大丈夫だ
Yeah, we're fine.
起爆送信機は止まったよ。
The detonators have been deactivated. They heard relief sighs, and even through the door, three men could feel the tension disperse.
それじゃ俺たちは先に行くぜお前らも気をつけろよ
Alright, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
わかったわ
Alright,
了解だ。
sure thing. And they're gone. They heard footsteps moving away before long, they were alone again.
さてと
Now, Junpei looked around.
この通路は行き止まりか
Doesn't look like we can go any further this way. The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
この壁動いたりとかふっ
Maybe this wall can be moved.
ダメだびくともしない
Or not, it's not budging.
なあこっちに扉があるぞ
Hey, well, there's a door over here. To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read First Class.
一等船室か
First Class cabin, huh?
らしいな
Oh, seems like it.
入ってみよ
Let's have a look then, shall we?
う。それじゃ、行くよ。
Alright then, let's go.
お
Yeah. Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Sam followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but he stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
見るまいとは思っていたけど
I don't want to look, but lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it wouldn't leave his mind.
ひどすぎるもう形も何もあったもんじゃないな
It's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what. What had once been a man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit, as though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, and worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward twisted tangle of shredded intestines. The head, wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
これはあの男が身につけてたものか
He'd been wearing these. The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked, and the frame bent and distorted. The glasses, and next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9 still displayed on its face.
バングルが外れてる
The bracelet's off.
そうか確か
Oh
ゼ
wait,
ロの書き置きに
oh wait, Zero did say.
最後にマンネルを外す方法について教える。
Oh Lastly, Lastly, let's discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. 1. You escape from the ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
死んだからバングルが外れたんだ。
The bracelet comes off when you're dead?
ここまでぐちゃぐちゃになるんじゃな。
But what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this?
あれが元は人だったっていうんだ。
Just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human. Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse, and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
想像しただけで吐きそうだ。もう行こう。
Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna puke. I gotta get out of here. He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first class cabin. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear.
あれあいつらはどこに？
Where did they? He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and then went through.
この先か？
Through here? The other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down from the hallway and opened the door at the other end and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something. Huh?
どうしたんだ？
What's up? He stepped through the door and walked toward them.
見ろよ、これ。ドアにわけのわからねえ装置がついてやがる。
Oh, check this out. We found this thing on the door here.
赤いランプがついてるな。ロックがかかってるのか？
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
そうらしいね。
So I would assume.
他に出口は？
Is there any other way out?
ざっと調べてみたが、なさそうだ。
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
ってことは、このドアを開かない限り。
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door,
ああ、先には進めないってことになるね。
yes, we won't be going anywhere. Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
ここは、ベッドルームみたいだな。
This looks like a bedroom.
さっき最初に入った部屋はリビングだろうね。
And the other room's probably a living room, or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
とにかく、あのドアを開く方法を探そう。
Alright, let's find a way to open this door.
さあ、行動開始だ。
Come on, guys. I'm still triggered by the missing face. Alright, so here's the master bedroom, the lounging area. Got some restrooms and a closet. You know, this actually looks kind of a nice setup. At least from the bird's eye view. So this is the locking thing. Flashing red, that's usually not a good sign. Is that a microphone? It's like a satellite dish. Let me see. We're judging by the feel of it. I would guess that we're meant to produce some sort of sound? And then this device will sense it and unlock. See a white desk that feels fancy, smaller chair, vanity. Score plate A. Ah, I see. This feels like glass. A rectangular plate of glass? Is there something written on the surface? Oh yeah, it's a sheet of music with a couple of A notes. Just A's? Yeah, that's kinda it. Kinda weird, huh? It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought not staring. After all, he is blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
どうしたんだ急になんか挙動不審だぞ。
What's wrong? You've got weird all of a sudden. Snake waited a moment before answering.
ちょっとね、奇妙な音が聞こえたものだから。
I heard something strange.
奇妙な音
Something strange?
いや、なんでもない。特に異常はなさそうだ。
Well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious.
僕は自分で言うのもなんだけれど、人並み外れた聴覚を持っていてね。
I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than most humans.
だから、些細な物音でも気になってしまうんだよ。
I noticed even the slightest of noises.
もしかして千里先に落ちた針の音までとか言い出すんじゃないだろうな。
Right, are you gonna tell me that you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
まあ、さすがにそれは無理だよ。
No, such a thing would be impossible.
でも、かすかな足音や息遣い、その他諸々の反響音から物体の位置を把握することなら可能だ。
However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sounds echoing off of the environment, I can locate most objects.
ああ、そういえばお前、さっき四つ葉が大階段で倒れた時、すぐにその場に駆け寄ってたよな。
Ah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a while ago, you were at her side immediately.
あれも
So that was...
その通り、音で分かったのさ。
Oh yes, I can hear it
だ
happening.
から僕は、ある程度の速度でなら走ることだってできるし、
I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as
も
you.
しも誰かが殴りかかってきたら、返り討ちにすることだってできる。
And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I'm quite confident that I could defeat them.
本当にそんなことが
Really? Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical.
もしかして疑ってるのかい？なんなら試してみたらどうだ？
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
きっと後悔することになると思うけれど。
I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it.
さあ、無駄話はこれで終わりだ。探索を再開しよ
Well, I suppose that's enough laying around. Let's resume our search, okay? Or shall we? With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei. I already saw that. Deal with the mirror. So, yes, that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. And as such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she's staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? What's this? This isn't a score. Hey, Riorid, how you doing? Is this a map of the ship? Map? There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei. Alright? It is now impossible to use the map screen. The music's then. Well, might as well put this glass plate on it. Oh, huh. Is something wrong? It's kinda hard to see the notes. Maybe if I put something under them? A background for the notes. This is a high quality desk. Let's see, teak or maybe perhaps mahogany. Whoa, how can you tell? Oh, I have my ways. Are you sleepy right now? What's the safe? The safe is locked. It's one of those dial locks. Doesn't even have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open. Do you have anything? Did you find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. Let's see. Ah, yes, well this feels like glass. A rectangle glass, transparent I'd assume. I can feel something printed on the surface. What is it? A sheet of music with some C notes on it. Leather suitcase. There's nothing inside. I can tell by the weight and it makes no noise when shaken. Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. Alright, so we'll have to leave that for the time being. Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. We got the faucet on all the way, but I don't hear anything. Lights, huh? Nope, doesn't look like there's anything hidden in there. The bathtub's full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? Looks kinda gray. Let's just pull the plug. No, wait, hold on. Maybe we can, I don't know, use it for something. Use it for something? Let's see, this is some sort of antique desk. Makes sense though, I guess. This whole room's full of antiques. You get a nice handful of cash for all this stuff in here. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score written on front of it. Score, that's gotta be a musical score. If that's true, then the score we just found was probably in here. At some point at least. This is called 7 Fair. Huh? There's something in the back. Let's see if I can reach it. With the fire? You're just a little... Oh, god damn it, that's hot. You are real smart, are you? Come on, of course it's gonna be hot. It's a fire. Even the monkey knows it shouldn't stick its hand in fire. Well, if I tried. I get it. You're gonna use this vase, right? It's pretty clever, Junpei. Yeah, we just gotta fill this thing with water. See, the suitcase made of leather, the color of rich mahogany. Well, shoot. Looks like there's nothing in it. Another case. Nope, nothing in here. And a scroll plate with the G notes on it. Yeah, this couch looks big enough for 3 people. Oh, looks perfect for me. What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, this is something you aren't saying. Never mind. These shots I'm firing, man. See, hey, Junpei, where are you going? Didn't we just come out of that door? No point in coming back there. All that's out there is a locked number door and a dead body, or what's left of it. Yeah. Alright, then let's just go nab some of that water. And then go back to the fireplace, not the restroom. Oh, actually, wait, there's something in this restroom? There's some toilet paper on the wall there. I think that looks suspicious. It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank. Oh, Junpei, look! There's a hand coming out of the toilet. Nah, just a joke there, kid. Not funny, man. Nah, I'm too old for this shit. Competence is a problem many older men struggle with, but there is help. Shots, man. Anyways, I believe the fireplace was... wrong way. Goddamn wrong way. There we go. Go put this out. Ah, good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. Okay, that guy is really proud of putting out a fire. We don't want to get this burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. It's a ceramic plate of some kind. Like a blank sheet for music. Oh, so this is the background we need. So as Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket. Seven cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the floor, but his face was flushed, and he looked startled.
おい、どうしたんだよ、セブン。大丈夫か？
Hey, Seven, what the hell is that? You alright?
大丈夫だ。 ちょっとめまいがしてな。
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy. That's all. Seven rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow and then shook his head as if to clear it.
ったく、俺の頭一体どうなっちまったんだ。
What the hell is wrong with me?
突然めまいに襲われたり、記憶障害を患ってたり。
First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
記憶障害？
Memory loss? Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
ああ、そうか。お前にはまだ言ってなかったな。
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh?
あの大階段のところへお前がやってくる前に、他のみんなには教えたんだよ。
I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs.
目覚める前のことを何も思い出すことができねえってな。
I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
だから、お前以外の全員は、みんなこのことは知っていて。
Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Whoa, wait a minute.
それってもっと一般的な言葉で言うと記憶喪失ってことだよな。
You're talking about amnesia,
そう
right?
だな。
Yeah, I guess so.
どうして記憶喪失なんかに？
Well, why are you an amnesiac? Well, what happened?
それが分かりゃ、記憶喪失じゃねえだろうが。
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't really be one now, would I?
まあそうだけど。
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven.
でもそれって本当なのか？
Are you telling the truth?
あ
Huh?
記憶喪失にしてはやけに落ち着いてるっていうか。
Well, you look pretty
本
calm
当
for
なら
someone
も
who
っと
doesn't.
こううろたえたり取り乱したりするはずだろ？
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. I mean, if you really got amnesia, shouldn't you be like upset or confused or something?
最初はもちろんうろたえたさ。D デッキの選出で目覚めた時はな。
Oh, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up on D deck.
だが、あれからもうだいぶ時間が経ってる。
But that was a while ago.
慣れちまったんだよ。諦めることにしたんだ。
I've had some time to get used to it, and after a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about.
悶々と思い悩んでたって仕方がね。
After all, why worry about something I can't really change?
記憶喪失ってやつは、大抵は一過性のもんだしね。
Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever,
ほっときゃ、そのうち治るだろ
so I'll figure it'll work itself out eventually.
そういうもんか？
That's it?
そういう。
That's
も
it.
んだ。さあ、余計な話はこれぐらいにして、探索を再開しよう。
Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work. The Seven gave Junpei a look the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret, and turned to walk away.
そうか。それで。
How are you fine with something like that? Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. Alright, and we are off to... This is the wrong one. And we are off to the piano room. Music stand. Might as well put on the music I found. Put the ceramic plate on the bottom and the glass plates on. Wait a minute. What's wrong? I'll put them on top of each other, but they look odd. Doesn't really look like a song. Huh, and in all likelihood, we haven't found them all. Wait, wait, what? This piano, there's something amiss with the keys. You mean it's out of tune? No, it's properly tuned, it's just... Well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. Same goes for the D keys. They play some other note. Why do you think it's like that? Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Perhaps if we play the keys in the correct order, something will happen. In other words, we need to play a song on the piano. I believe so. Where is it? Where was it again? Yep, yeah, I already got that. Oh, right. I need to drain the bathtub. Right. This water is dirty. Can't see more than 4 inches or so. I can't see anything down there. Do you think? Think what? See, there's a plug on the end of this chain. Alright, why don't we just drain the water? Alright, good plan. Alright, where's that thing? Alright, a good tug ought to be enough to get it out. Huh? There it is. Alright, that's what I was forgetting about. Alright, let's go slap all that stuff on. And we're all good. Now let's play some music. Dude, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I'm unable to, you know, see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the keys on this piano are not what you expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth and so on. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. You understand? Yeah, well, let's give this a shot. Damn it. No, damn it. How do I piano? Oh, that's weird. These things don't work. Oh, wait, I forgot. I had to press this again. Oh, damn it. Wrong one. God damn it. I keep forgetting. And we're done. Music's not my forte, but wait, what was that noise? Oh, Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over there by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. Stand, bow, and be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't forgot about that. At least Snake think it's funny. Ha! Yeah, yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? Hey, Crow, how you doing? You sure are looking comfy today, Crow? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster. The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You've heard of the Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London. Capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. But wait. Safe. It is a safe. A safe, huh? The exit's open. Yeah, strange that we didn't need to open this to achieve our goal. You think it's important? I mean, I wonder what's inside there. The safe with a dial lock on it, but we won't be able to open it until we know the right numbers. I guess we'll just leave it alone for now and move on. Alright, let's go. And alright. I think, actually, no, we still need to go through, right, we still need to go through a second escape before we get off to the branching points. So, what do we, I forgot. Did I need to do something important with... I can't remember. Like, I know I had to go down here to, unlock the route, one of the routes for safe end, but I can't remember if, going through doors 7 or 8 make any significant difference, because I do not remember, which of these things contains the trigger to get to this route that we still have yet to unlock. I don't remember, but we'll have to see and play around with some decisions. Alright, so we came out of the door and into a long, straight hallway.
また通路か。
Another hallway?
ん
Huh? He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him.
これでよしと。
That should do it. Seven bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
何やってるんだ
What are you up to? Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but he apparently Seven had heard anyways. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei.
ドアの隙間に譜面のプレートをかませておいたんだ。
I was just putting one of those plates in there.
せっかく開いたロックがもう一度かかっちまわないようにするためにな。
It ought to keep the door from locking again.
こうしておけ。いつでもこの部屋に戻ってこれるだろ
Well, now we can come back here anytime we want, right?
戻ってきてどうするんだい
Well, why would you want to come back here? Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered.
ピアノを弾くんだよ。
I might like to play a little piano.
ピアノ
Piano?
さあ行こう。先に進むんだ。
Come on, let's get moving. We ain't out of this yet. What? I thought you were gonna say the safe, dude. I mean, that's like the one thing left from the room we haven't, like, solved. Like, in any, like, survival game or something, or escape room game, I mean, like, things that are left behind, even though you're already technically done with the room, they're left behind for a reason. I mean, like, anyone who tries to come up with these type of games hand places, or they usually tend to hand place everything to a point where it's like, okay, they'll find this so that they'll put this together to solve that puzzle and then get out of the room. But I'll leave this one random object here that doesn't have anything to do with this current room, but it will have something to do something down the line. Unless the mastermind behind the game was some kind of douche who just put something there just to screw with people. But from what we've seen, everything has a purpose. It's not like this is some kind of wild, April Fool's joke or anything. So without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway.
やれやれ
Well then. You know, like, you think that Snake or Junpei would bring up the safe, wouldn't they? Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
セブンのやつ、どう見てもピアノなんて弾けるようなタイプじゃないだろ
Can't say I ever could imagine imagine Seven playing on the
う。
piano.
仮に弾けたとしても、あのピアノの鍵盤の配置はデタラメなわけだし、ピアノが目的で戻ってくるとは思えない。
You couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a
じ
mess.
ゃあ、どうしてロックがかからないようにしておいたんだ
Why would he want to leave the door unlocked then?
さっぱりわからん。
I have no clue. I guess, does he really have no clue about the safe? Or did the writers of this not take into account whether or not we looked at the safe? Because technically it was completely optional, so this dialogue apparently disregards that? Because, like, no one has brought up the idea of the safe despite us taking 2 good looks at the safe. One when we started the puzzle, and one where we were about to leave. We're saying, like, huh, it's like, there's a safe here, but the door's already unlocked, so we can go. But it's like, the writers didn't take that into account here? Like, not even, like, a small bit of extra dialogue saying, like, what do we do about the safe, guys? And it's like, well, I don't know, and then just move on. Like, it's really odd that no one mentions even a word of this.
おい待ってくれ
Like, hey, wait for me. Junpei frowned and took one last look at the door and then walked away towards his companions. Sometime in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
鉄格子
Whoa, metal grate? But yeah, it still bothers me that they don't mention a single damn thing about that at this point. Let's see. A large metal grate like the door of a jail, divided in half.
なんでこんなものが
Let's see, why is this thing... Ugh. They shook it for a while, and as they expected, it did not move.
まあ無理だよな
Figures.
あれはエレベーターか
Are
それっ
those
ぽい扉が見えるぞ
are those elevators over there?
エレベーターが2機か
Well, no way to know if
稼
they're
働してい
working.
るかどうかは
No way to know if
ここからじゃ
they're
わかん
working
ない
or
な。
not from here.
鉄格子の左手の方にもドアがあるぞ
There's a door just to the left of this grate. Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
鍵がかかっているみたいだね。
Sounds like it's locked.
だな
Yep. Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room.
あっちの奥は下りの階段か
Stairs leading
鉄のゲー
down.
トで塞がれてるみたいだがな
They're locked, or they're blocked by the grate, though.
でも向こうの鉄格子と違って
But this
こっち
here
は
seems
可動
like
式のようだね。
accessible.
つまり開閉が可能ってことか
So we can open it?
これ鍵がかかってるんじゃないかほら
Nah, I think it's locked too. Look. In the center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol had been carved into the metal.
なんだこのマークは
See, what's this
Mesu?
mark? The female symbol? I wasn't sure what to make of it. Snake naturally was somewhat more sure.
ああそれは多分金星のマークだと思うよ。
Ah, the Venus symbol, I
ほ
imagine.
ら大階段の近くにも同じようなマークがあっただろ。
Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway?
太陽系の星を示すマークが。
They reference many of these solar bodies.
ああそういえば
Oh, that's right.
太陽
Sun,
土星
Saturn,
それに地球もあったな
and Earth.
だからそれも多分
So as you can see, that one is likely
メスじゃなくて太陽系の金星のマークってことか
not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
だと思う。
So I assume.
うん
Hmm.
あれセブンは
Hold on, where's Seven? While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized Seven had slipped away. His absence now felt. Snake and Junpei turned to look for the missing
あ
companion.
っちの通路の方か
Ah, there he is, down that hallway. Seven had left them to head down the hallway extending to the right of the stairs.
こっちだニルスついてきてくれ
This way, Snake. Follow me. Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they headed off after Seven. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door.
このドアは
I wonder if this door will. It was a French door.
お開くぞ
Oh, how about that? It opens. Junpei tested the door and realized that, unlike so many others that they encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. He stepped inside.
ここは
Oh, wow. It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new
カ
surroundings.
ジノバーか
Is this some kind of casino?
そうみてえだな
Sure looks like one. Before Junpei could comment any further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door that they just came through.
参ったな。
Well, this is troubling. As Seven and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for a good measure.
どうやら僕たちは閉じ込められてしまったらしい。
Looks like we are once again locked in. There's no reason to panic,
まあ
however.
でも、どっちにしろ、戻ったところで八方塞がりであることに変わりはないしな。
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere else to go that way.
この部屋を捜索して先に進む方法を見つけるしかないね。
So we must find another exit then.
とにかく手分けして調べてみよ
Alright guys, let's split up and search this room.
う。ほら、ぐずぐずするな。さっさと動け。
Come on, no dawdling, let's go. Quickly now. Spurred to action by 7 words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Face, where are you? I don't understand why we only see it in the prologue, but nowhere else. Okay, so of course, like, I railed on this far enough for people to make their own drinking game of this. So a 5 of spades. Huh? A playing card. And the 4 of spades. Something on the counter. Looks like a card. Playing card. And the 7 of spades. Oh, will you look at that? Someone left the bottle of booze here. Oh, don't mind if I do. Glug glug. Ah. Oh man, that is the spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, he really drank it. We even know how long it's been there. The, anything else here? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, at least this one isn't lit like in the first class cabin. Maybe that's why it feels a little chilly in here. Wait, when those 2 lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. With a 6 of spades. Bag of coins? And the 3 of spades. So we got 3 through 7 right now. Wow, this place looks super amazing. What's this place for? Probably for playing baccarat. See, it looks a little off though. Look at the middle of the table. There's something mounted on there. Suddenly, 7 began to speak.
ここにあるのはバカラテーブルなわけだが。
Ah, baccarat.
ところで順平、バカラのルールって知ってるか？
Whoops. Junpei shook his head. He barely even heard of the game.
いや、知らないな。
No, never.
よし、それじゃ説明してやろう。
Well, he looks like an eager teacher willing to teach a newbie to this. Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit?
バカラってやつはちょっと変わっててな。
See, baccarat is kind of an unusual
バ
game.
ンカーとプレイヤー、どっちが勝つかを当てるゲームなんだ。
Alright, so you've got the banker and the player, and the whole point is that you gotta guess which one's gonna win.
じゃあそのバンカーとプレイヤーの勝敗は
And whether the banker or the player
ど
wins,
うやって決まるのかっつうと、
it all depends on their hands.
使われるのは言うまでもなくトランプのカードだ。
The way that each hand works is different from other games too.
その手札の合計数の下一桁。
See, you take the numbers from the ones you place after you, and add up the values of all your
1
cards.
の位が9に近い方が勝ち。相手よりも数が小さければ負けになる。
Whoever gets the number closer to 9 wins. And if your number is smaller than your opponent's, then you lose.
以上、説明終わり。
And that's it. That's the explanation. Got it?
いや、本当はもっと細かいルールがたくさんあるんだがな。
Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, and all that
簡
sort
単
of
に
stuff.
概略だけを言うと、今のような感じになる。
Well, what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well.
カードの合計数の下一桁が
The single digit of the sum of all cards you have.
9なら最強、
Strongest hand is a 9,
0なら最弱、
and the weakest hand is a 0.
10の位は使わずに切り捨てられる。
You just ignore the number in the 10th
わかっ
spot.
たか？
You get it?
うん。
Yeah. He hadn't been asked for it, but Seven's explanation rushed through it, Seven's explanation rushed through it had been was rather helpful.
まあ、なんだ。おかげで、バカラの勝敗の決まり方については、なんとなく分かったよ。
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I've got a chance of winning the game if I play now.
とはいえ、こ
However,
のバカラテーブルに組み込まれた仕掛けらしきものと、そのルールが関係あるかどうかはわからないけどね。
we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
とりあえずいろいろと試してみるか。
Then I guess we try everything. Feeling more confident if only slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table. Hey Sam, are you really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table, what the hell else would we do? Stop worrying about it, it's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in the glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, then what 3 cards do we need to get out of that? 3 cards? There's a couple of indentations with white lines around them, right? I mean, we gotta put down 3 cards. So, place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. But alright, let's give it a shot. Of course, I better make sure I got the rules straight. So there are 3 empty indentations. I just gotta pick a card and play it. If I figure if I put them in the right spot, something ought to happen. Alright, let's give this a shot. Oh, wait. Do I not have all the cards? Wait. So wait. You ignore... Wait, did it say you ignore the 10 spot? So that would mean... There we go. So that's 5 plus... so 5 plus 6 is 11, that's 18. And... Wait, I guess we take the digital root, so that was 9, and that's greater than the 8, so then it unlocked? Alright, open for me. That's great, you did, Junpei. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card? Ah, come on, let's go grab it. Alright, let's go take this card. The 3 cards I put down are stuck to the table. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Anything else here? Check out that stained glass. How beautiful. What? Huh. Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in the frame. I've said it many times before, I only need to touch it to know. At least I can discern the basic structure. And I feel bad for 7. Alright, let's go get that coin bag. Let's see, this is the main body of the slot machine. I believe I felt a coin slot in the upper left corner. Junpei, why don't you try? Alright, let's pull the coins down from that bag in here. Wait, what happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't really know. I pressed on the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh, looks like the coins got stuck. Oh dear. Coins are stuck. Don't think this machine's gonna work anymore. Now if the coin's stuck, the thing won't even move. Oh really? It's just dead? Well, let's drop the coin into this slot. Come on, you little bastards, I only need one of you. Hey. What? Oh, okay, so I gotta match the symbols on, Damn it. God damn it. Diamond? That's not a diamond. If only. God damn it. This game is rigged. God, come on. Is there any way to get this consistent? Oh my god. Two, three, four, five, six. Oh my god, wait, this is going hella fast. What the heck? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. God damn it. Oh my god. Wait. Wait. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my, I just got the YOLO roll on the... Are you... 3, 4, 6. Oh, one off. Okay, wait. Let me just keep rolling for this because it seems like they're all rolling at different speeds regardless of how many I press first. So let me try to determine... Ah, come on. Oh, one off again. God, this game is rigged. Oh my god, how do I time this? How am I getting consistent 7s? God. Oh. Wait, I was supposed to get 777s? I thought I was supposed to match it up with the buttons. Well, I mean, a win's a win. The present Junpei will appear to be unlocked now. It's something akin to a drawer at the bottom of this machine, yes? It's a pickup drawer for the dividend. Try for the lock the drawer try the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open if you would. Hey, what is it? Is there something in there? Yeah, a playing card and this. A key with the Venus symbol on it. Ooh, excellent, Junpei. Now we'll be able to open the gate. We just need to figure out how to get out of this room, though. Right, come on, Junpei. Hurry up. And he's off. Let's put the card. Alright, so I think that's about it for this room. Then you go over here. And also, I'm gonna go eat a snack real quick while I solve the puzzle here, so one moment. Alright, so probably does. See, this looks like it's meant to cover up something. There's a 9 engraved in the middle of it. Let's see, here's a card slot. We'll need to put a playing card in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. Oh, I think the puzzle for this was that we need to make a digital root 9 here. Wait, that wasn't it? Oh, right. I had the puzzle backwards. So, the ace and the 8 needed to make up 9, and the 3 cards we have left need to make up 9 again. It seems we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. Alright, so plop these 3 in here and boom. Alright, so I have all the cards we have left in the slots. Problems now. Is that? Hey, I did hear something from the exit. Ooh, excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I'm back. Let's see. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once. There was little to surprise them. I thought they meant to say there was little to no surprise from them, but okay, I misread that sentence. So they already knew what the next step had to be. See, this way. The iron gate stood still in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it, the keyhole with the Venus symbol. See, the Venus key should work here. Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With a distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open. It sounds like it did. Alright, let's get this thing open. Alright, no problem. Let me help with this one. Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side and Seven took the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed and the gate creaked open. And also, if you're still here, Crow, how's your day been? I'm feeling kind of comfy right now, just sitting back reading. Still need to work on my sleep schedule a little bit though. Sounds as though you've opened it.
これで下のデッキ C デッキに降りられるというわけだ。
We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
ニルス、大丈夫か階段。
The Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
バカにしないでくれ。後ろ向きに走ったって転びはしないよ。
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I'll be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards. Alright, that's good to hear. Let's move. At Seven's words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
C デッキか。特に異常はなさそうだな。
Everything looks okay
念
here.
のため、このままもう一つ下のフロアも確かめてみよう。
We should check the next deck down just in case. When he reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
やっぱりか。D デッキは完全に水没しちまってるんだ。
Just what I thought. D deck is completely underwater.
あの大階段の下と同じだな。
Just like the bottom of the central staircase. Surface of the water below them was flat, like a mirror.
水位がさほど変わっていないのが唯一の救いだな。
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
それじゃ C デッキの方に戻ろうか。
Well, back to the C deck then.
さてと、ここには何があるんだ？
Well, how about we check out what's here? We began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
まずはエレベーターが2機だな。上のフロアにあったのと同じものだろう。
There are two elevators there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
扉の間にカードリーダーが設置されてるぞ。
There's a card reader between them.
ってまたこの妙なマークか。
And another weird mark.
これはヤシロのマークだな。
And look, it's the symbol for Lotus.
あ
What?
メスのマークに悪魔みたいな角が生えてるだろ。だから。
It's got the woman symbol on top, and then it's got the devil's horns, right?
なるほど、確かにそうに違いね
Yeah, nice. I see it now. There's no two ways about it.
え。うまいこと言いやがるな、この坊主。
That was a pretty good one, kid. Seven tussled Junpei's hair in what he likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it's clear that Seven has kept his strength in check.
痛い。撫でるならもっと優しくしてくれ。首が折れる。
Ah, would you watch it, man? That hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
何言ってんだ。人間の体ってのはそんなに嫌なもんじゃねえや。
Ah, what are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak.
かえって丈夫になるかもしれんぞ。
Maybe this'll toughen you up.
こいつも悪魔だったか。
If we're looking for a devil, I think we've got one right here. Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone over to examine the card reader.
これは水星のマークだよ。
This is a Mercury symbol.
角のように見えるのはヘルメスの杖の翼を模したものだ。
The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of wings and staff of Hermes.
ヘルメス、ヘル。
Wings and
Miss.
staff, huh? So then, she beats you with a staff until you die and go to heaven?
やっぱりヤシロのマークじゃないか。
Sounds like Lotus, alright? God damn, Seven. Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously, and the younger man began to feel as though his brain being jostled about inside of his skull.
ああ、セブ、よろし。
Seven, that's too much. My head. Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably.
結構ってお前。
I think I'm gonna
と
puke.
にかくこの装置を何とかしない限りエレベーターは動きそうにないね。
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
つまり水星のマークが記されたカードキーが必要ってことだな。
In other words, we gotta find a key with the Mercury symbol on it.
多分そういうことだと思う。
So I would assume.
しょうがねえ。エレベーターは諦めるか。
Let's forget about the elevators for now.
こっちの左の通路はどうだ。
How about that hallway to the left?
あ、扉だらけじゃないか。
Whoa, there's a whole bunch of doors here. There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. It seemed to stretch on forever. All three men felt suddenly very small.
おいおい、こんなもんいちいち調べてる時間なんてないぜ。
Oh shit, we're not gonna have enough time to check all of these, are we?
とりあえずここは後回しだ。その前に反対側を調べてみよ
Well, maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side.
う。来た道を引き返すぞ。
Let's head back. To the right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
今度は右側に行ってみるか。
To the right this time. A few more moments of moving briskly down the hallway. They emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the one on top of the stairs. On the left side of the room were 4 French doors.
ここも扉か。まあ、4枚だけならさっきよりははるかにマシだが。
So there are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
開けてみよう。そこの一番近いところから行くぞ。
Alright, let's open them up. Starting with the closest one over here.
ああ、わかった。
Okay, I'm on it. Junpei nodded and grabbed the closest one to him. He gave it a small tug and felt to move.
鍵はかかってないな。
It isn't locked. I'm gonna open it. Kyoto found an unlocked door. He threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
な、
What? He simply stood, unable to speak. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak.
おい、ここは一体
What?
何なんだ。
Hey, what is this place?
このだだっ広い空間は。
So huge and empty. A massive room stretched out in front of them, more than a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. there were simple things, little more than pipe and thin
そ
mattresses.
こら中ベッドだらけだな。
There are beds everywhere.
ここは病室かな。
Is this a hospital?
この刺激臭は消毒液の匂いだね。
The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
多分そうなんだろうな。広間の中央に薬品やら医療器具の置かれた棚がある。
I think so too. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
いや、それよりも、奥の壁にあるあの4枚の扉。
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end. 3 of them were emblazoned with the large single-digit large single-digit numbers, made with a thick red paint.
左端の扉には3。
The left door says 3.
一つ飛ばして、左から3番目の扉には7。
The second door is blank, but the third one has a 7.
そして、一番右側の扉には8。
And the rightmost door is 8.
間違いない。ナンバリングドアだ。
There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
なあ、3と7の間の扉にだけ何も書かれていないみたいだが。
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank?
こいつは一体何を意味してるんだ？
Does that mean anything?
考えてもわかんねえ。今はとにかく扉を調べてみよ
No point in worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
あ、そうだな。
Yeah, good idea. 3 of them threaded their way through the beds toward the back of the room. Upon reaching them, they proceeded to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail.
う。やっぱりダメか。
Yup, locked. Just like I thought.
そりゃそうだよ。
Well, naturally.
簡単に開いたりしたら、ノナリーゲームが成立しなくなってしまう。
After all, there are rules to the Nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules.
レッドで認証しない限り、ナンバリングドアは、
Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
ちょっと待て！
Whoa, wait, check this out. Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting
見
Snake.
ろよ。レッドの表示板のところ、サインが出てねえ。
Look at the red, there's nothing on it.
サイン
Huh?
ほら、大階段のところのレッドには出てただろ？
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase?
誰も入ってねえ時にはベイケントってよ。
If there wasn't anyone on it, then it said vacant on the little screen, right?
ああ、そういえば。確かに。
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
だが今は、
But this one,
何も表示されてないな。
there's nothing,
だろ？行かれちまってんのか？
right? Think it's broken?
試してみよ
Only one way to find out.
無反応だな。
No, nothing. Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. They tried pulling the lever, and still nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't the only red on the door, or it wasn't only the red on door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
う。7の扉のレッドも。
How about the red on door 7?
3の扉のレッドもか。
And 3?
全部同じように機能していないとはね。
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
こいつは一体どういうことだよ。
What does it mean?
やっぱりぶっ壊れてるんだろ。
They've gotta be broken.
ゼロの野郎、こんなところで手を抜きやがって。
Man, that bastard. I didn't think Zero was that kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
そんな。ここまで用意周到に準備してきたゼロが、こんな大事なところでミスを犯したっていうのか？
Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's just gonna make a mistake now?
だって、そうとしか考えられねえだろうが。動かねえもん動かねえんだしよ。
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
うん。
While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
どうやら 基板が抜き取られてるみたいだね。
It seemed as if some of the internal hardware had been removed.
基盤
Internal hardware?
そうだ。レッドの下のところを覗いてごらん。
That is what I said. Please take a look at the underside of this red.
下のところを
The bottom. Junpei obliged and bent to look at the underside of the device.
なんか細長い溝みたいなものがあるな。
There's a thin slot here.
スリットというか、スロットというか、とにかく電子部品を差し込むためのものだってのは
I
間
think
違
it's
いな
a
さそうだ。
I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
他の2台のレッドも同じだ。何かが抜き取られたような形跡があった。
The other two reds are the same. Something's been removed from all three of them.
なるほど。基板がないからレッドは動かないのか。
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
だと思う。
So I assume.
だが、なんでだ
But why?
誰がいつ何のために基板を抜き取ったんだろ
And who? I mean, it doesn't really make sense.
さあ、そんなことを僕に聞かれても。
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know about something like that? Just then, they heard the sound of a door
う
opening.
なんだ
What now? Three of them turned and saw Kane. Oh no, Junpei thought it's
紫
June. She stopped short, or she stopped short, surprised to see them was very nearly bowled over by the rest of their companions who were coming through the door behind her.
一宮サンタ四つ葉ヤシロ
Ace, Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
5人ともここに来たのか。
I guess everyone's here. Junpei and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for
どう
words.
してお前らが
What are you guys doing?
こんなところに。
Why are you?
それはこっちが聞きたいぜ。
That's my
では
line.
お互い情報交換といこうか。
Perhaps we should exchange information. After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone began to talk and were desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they had been through and how they ended up in the same place. Actually, can I skip this now? No, I can't. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but hardly any that mattered. They're happy to simply one another. Blah blah blah. They were happy to simply see one another again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile, almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the ninth man. No, thought Junpei. Perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. In not a morbid or hateful way, no, the ninth man had died. But they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but nothing more than anything, Junpei was happy to be alive.
てなわけだ
And that's what we know. Oh, what? I can't skip it still?
それにしても弱りましたね。
Well, this isn't good.
レッドが動かなければこの先には進めないわけで。
If the red's inactive, then we can't keep going.
あっちの直線通路の方はどうだろ
What about that big
うど
hallway?
こか先に進めそうなところがあるかもしれない
Maybe something in there we might be able to go to?
いや、なかったよ。我々5人でざっと調べてみたんだ。
No, there's nothing there. The five of us had a quick look.
病室なら腐るほどあったが、他には何も。
And there are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
病室ってことは、あの大量に並んでた扉は病室の扉ってことか
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
そうだ。この大病室とは違って個室のな。
Yeah, there are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
あとは通路の突き当たりのところにドアがあったけど鍵がかかってて。
鍵穴のところには例の星のマークが刻まれてたな。
Well, there was a locked door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked. It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
木星のマークでした。
It was the Jupiter symbol.
木星か。
Jupiter.
一体何の意味があるのかしら。
I wonder what it means. Fusion seemed to be the consensus.
何の意味といえば、この大病室もそうだな。
Well, we're asking what things mean. What's the deal with this room?
一体何なんだここは。この船は客船じゃなかったのか？
I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this. No, no one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
この船はおそらく病院船なんだろ
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship.
う。名前は多分ギガント。
ギガント？
Chances are it's the Gigantic. Gigantic? Junpei looked at Seven, shocked by both his knowledge and the apparent identity of their prison. He was not the only one.
何なのよ、そのギガントって。
What's this Gigantic? And also, let me check something here. Ah, yes. Okay, so we still need to get to this section here before we can skip ahead. Seven nodded to Lotus and began to speak.
ギガントっていうのはな。
The Gigantic.
20世紀初頭に
Actually, we
建
kind
造
of
され
already
た
saw
タ
this,
イタ
so
ニッ
I'll
ク
kind
号の
of skip
姉妹
ahead.
タイタニ当初はタイそのイスなんあり
そのゴルダイン
そ
それ、この、
この
まさか、何
わか
記憶。
ね
Alright, so we already went over the backstory of the Gigantic, so I just kind of toss that aside.
姉の
大階段にあった。
Because I thought there would be some small variation, but there's a lot of overlap and new lines mixed in, so I just wanted to go through each scene thoroughly just in case.
中1中2
12時タイム。
とに
さあ、
この
そう、
いや
お
ちょっと待っ
Okay, so this is basically all the same before.
あとは一人
の、
So they're just all gonna divide up the search, and that's pretty much about it.
おの
待つ
時間
基盤。
時間。
まあ、
それじゃ
And we should be convened for that fork in the road here. Yep. Alright, yeah, so everything's the same as before. The snakes went missing, the reds are back. And I think now we gotta choose door number 8 because that's the one we haven't gone through. Unless that's the one that triggers the other endings and not the ending I'm going for right now. But we'll have to see. So let's just kind of skip ahead here, yada yada yada. We gotta find Snake. Actually, wait, can I? Oh, right.
大病室に戻ってみる。ああ。あら。
Alright, so I think I'll just skip ahead here. Okay, so Ace sacrificed himself so we can go through the doors. And I just need to choose,
俺は8の扉に
I think I'm gonna go with door 8.
そうか8だな
Alright, 8 it is.
すると必然的に紫は7ってことになるわけ
And that means June's gotta go through 7.
どうしてですか
What? Why?
なんでだよ
What? Snake. Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
俺たち6人が揃ってこの先へと進むにはな
So, if the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone
次の
behind,
3通りのパターンで分かれる以外に方法はねえんだよ
there are only 3 ways we can actually do it. Fine,
358で7に入り467で8に入るか
So So, let's see. Plan A have 3, 5, and 8, go through 7 and 4, 6, 7. Okay.
Yo.
We kind of already know this.
これ以外の様子分かっ
I'll just kind of skip ahead until we get to the door.
はい、離れ、最初のチームは人をな。
どこか
あ
遅い。
俺は
どうし
もしも繋がってなかったとすまここまでや誰か
大丈夫。
はい。
とにかくこれ残った俺なんだ四つ葉何か異論は
Alright, so wait, what are the groups again? Oh wait, did I mess up already? 7 door. Oh no, never mind. I'm going through 8. Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
別に
Whatever.
よしそれ行こ
Alright, I'm just gonna keep skipping through this. Because I know technically this is kind of new dialogue, but let's just kind of get on with it.
ああ、
うん。行くわよ。
Obviously, because we haven't gone through door 8 before, I won't skip over the puzzle and the other important dialogue.
よし。
行こう。
So once we get through here, I'll probably slow down a little. Yeah, they're just looking at each other, and then I get dragged away.
何やってんの？
Action blur. His bracelet called the.
残り81秒よ。急いで。
Ah, quiet down, Lotus. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep. 81 seconds left, hurry. Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead. As Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could.
Ooh, 止まったわね。
Ooh, it stopped. With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm. Aloof, perhaps.
くだらない。
Pointless. She muttered to herself without emotion and began to walk down the hallway, leaving a confused Junpei with Lotus. And Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mix of frustration and curiosity.
可愛くない女。
What an unpleasant girl.
絶対モテないタイプよ。あれ。
I bet she's not very popular with the boys. Well, goddamn, she just lost her brother. I mean, come on. Like, her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl.
この組み合わせにしたのは失敗だったかもしれないな。
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake. Oh, I'm pretty sure not as big of a mistake in pairing Seven and Lotus together.
とりあえず追うか。
Up too late now, I better catch up to them. And after taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed.
行き止まりね。
It's a dead end. The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead end.
一応、左手の壁に扉があるけど。
There's a door on the left, though. For a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. Above the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved on it.
ラボラトリ
A laboratory,
実験室
huh?
か。
嫌な響きね。
That doesn't
どう
sound
考
very
えても
pleasant.
まともな部屋とは思えないわ。
I don't like the look of this
っ
place.
て言っても他に扉はなかったしな。ここを開くしかないだろ
Me neither, but there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices.
淳平くん
No one else is here. Yeah, chat's been kind of quiet tonight. Hey, Junpei.
う。あ
Huh?
お先にどうぞ。
Please, you first. Ah, Lotus, come on. Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect.
わかったよ。
Fine. Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. His first steps inside were tentative and careful. As he examined the room, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. The room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. A thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see each other, or see into the other side of the division.
窓の向こうにもう一つ部屋があるのか。
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
まるで監視部屋ね。
Maybe it's for monitoring something? Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
なんだありゃ。
What the hell? He wasn't sure what else to say. In the center of a room shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical exam table.
気味が悪いわね。
That looks so creepy. Junpei jumped a little. He hadn't noticed Lotus come up next to him.
あの人形まるで手術を待つ患者みたいだな。
It's like that doll is waiting for surgery.
ここは実験室でしょ。どっちかっていうと人体実験の被験者じゃない。
This is a laboratory, right? I mean, I'd say it's more than it's waiting to be experimented on.
まあどっちにしろ気味が悪いってことには変わりないけど。
It's creepy either way.
突然起き上がってきたりとかしないわよね。
You don't think that thing's going to suddenly sit up or something, do you?
さあどうだろうな。
Well, I don't
なんか
know.
ケーブルがぶっ刺さってるみたいだし。
I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it.
間違ったスイッチを押しちまったりすると。
I mean, if we press the wrong button, I don't know.
やめてよ。考えただけでもゾッとするわ。
Oh, stop it. Just thinking about it is terrifying. She was gripping her arms, the knuckles on her hands white.
そういや四つ葉は。
Wait, where's Clover? She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad.
あいつ。
What is she? There's something almost pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and, as kindly as he could, and spoke.
大丈夫か。
Are you alright? Clover looked away.
何が？
What are you talking about?
何がって。お前のことを心配してるんだよ。
What? I'm just worried about you.
さっきからずっと黙ったままだし。
You've been real quiet.
いけないの？
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
いけなくはないが。
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
だったらほっといてくれない？
Okay, then if I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
そういうわけにはいかないだろ
Come on, you know I can't do
う。こ
that.
の先協力していかなきゃいけないわけだし。
But we gotta work together. Clover bit her lip and was silent for a moment, then suddenly...
私の気持ちなんてわからないんだよ。
Junpei, you just don't get it. Her cry took Junpei by surprise, and he stumbled backward a few steps,
お
alarmed.
兄ちゃんは私を置いていなくなっちゃうような人じゃないの。
My brother's not the kind of person who'd leave me behind.
きっと何かあったんだよ。
Something happened to him.
何か良くないことが。
Something bad. Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, jolted from her mannequin nightmares by Clover's voice, turned toward them.
どうしたの？
What happened? Clover's eyes slid to Lotus, and then back to Junpei.
とにかく私のことはもういいからほっといてよ。
Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone. Finished, she turned around. Before Lotus or Junpei could say anything, Clover had begun to walk away quickly.
おい待てよ四つ葉。
Hey, wait, Clover?
待てってそっちは。
Hold on, that way
ほっ
is...
といてって言ってるでしょ。
I told you to leave me alone. He may as well have been talking to a wall for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing down, she passed through the
四
doorway.
つ葉、上！
Wait, Clover, watch out above you! And without warning, an iron gate fell from the ceiling like a portcullis, sealing Clover in. Hey, wait, what the heck? What's going on here? Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could.
待ってろ今開けてやるからな
Hang on, I'll get it open.
まったくしょうがないわね。
Oh, for crying out loud, you'll never do it on your own. Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. In a moment, Lotus joined them. Three of them pulled as hard as they could, but...
ダメだびくともしないぜ
Damn it, it's not moving.
ちょっと待ってよ。簡単に諦めないでくれる？
Wait, are you just gonna give up like that?
諦めたわけじゃないこれもおそらくゼロの企みのうちの一つだろ
I'm not giving up. This has gotta be another one of Zero's
だと
puzzles.
すると必ず開く方法が。
If it is, there's gotta be another way to open it. Junpei nodded.
調べてみよう
Just what I was thinking. And now all we gotta do is find it.
俺とヤシロはこっちのエリアを探すから四つ葉はそっちを頼む
Alright, Lotus and I can look around here. Clover, if you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
わかった。
Yeah, I'm on it. Alright, let's get to business. Okay, we have to do something. Actually, wait, let's look over... Let's see. These lockers are a little bit larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. And nothing. A whole bunch of steel lockers. The 9 on the right have all red lights on them. Red lights, huh? Kinda have to give these babies a try. Yep, just as I thought. Locked tight, all 9 of them. I wonder if there's anything important in there. Ethanol. Ethanol. I wonder if this is for antisepsis. Excuse me. Oh, it says anhydrous ethanol. Anhydrous? Is that different from regular ethanol? Come on, that's common knowledge. Anhydrous ethanol is a powerful cleaner. It can even erase marks left by a permanent marker. Alright, so that's all there is? I don't know what the kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Well, if they only used the pen on one part of it, then there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. Alright, I guess I need to go to the bars and give it to her. Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe it with? Oh, your clothes, of course. I'm just kidding, Yeah, please, don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Anyway, can you wipe off that permanent ink? Look, Clover, right now at the moment, you're the only person we can depend on. I'm trusting you with this. Aw, you trust me? And if you're special. She is not gonna wipe it with it, is she? Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Huh? Soak it in ethanol and use it to wash off all the stuff on the permanent marker, okay? Right, I just gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. You got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on the stuff on the table. Soak cloth in ethanol and... Hey, Junpei, it's working! It's wiping off the permanent ink! Huh? It's some kind of weird drawing under the permanent ink. What's the deal with the drawing in that Clover found? Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. I wonder what this is. There are a bunch of numbers and some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you got a pen and notebook, right? Did you write down those numbers down and hand them to me through the bars? Alright, roger. Is that like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin here, guys. I think this is a thing... I think this thing is a monitor for whatever experiment they're running here. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here, like resistance value and voltage. Power's off, so it's got nothing on right now. I wonder what this is. I think it's like a voltmeter. And this is the control for that? Gosh, there's so many dials. Why don't you try turning one of them? Oh no. Nope, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the whole dial a bunch, but even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens. I wonder what they washed here. All kind of weird color stains all over the sink. This drains for water, huh? Well, there's nothing here. Oh, I should probably go to Clover. Here, Junpei. I wrote down the numbers from the desk on here. Paper with numbers acquired on it. New material for the file screen, which would be... Oops. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever that means. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we can use any of these. Oh, well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. Power cable, huh? I'll take that. 3-prong cable. See, I think this thing's supposed to power on the machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on. Well, we need a plug for that, so I think we need to go over here. This monitor doesn't have a power cable. One end of this cable needs to be connected to a monitor, and the other end needs to be plugged into under the desk. Oh, they just slip you in? Huh, well shoot, I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit is what I'm saying. Well, in other words, we need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. That's right. Where do I go? Hey, this is a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. What do I do? Oh, this is gonna be useful. Hey Clover, there's a door over here too. Wait, I'll be right there. And you're over there. This door gonna... Ah, damn it, it won't open. Clover, what about your side? It won't work. I can't even move the knob. Let's see. The hand stopped moving. There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't you move one? Alright. Nope. Doesn't look like anything's happened. Wait, I can't click on this? No, I can't. Okay, so where do I go? Cardboard boxes, paper stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. Experience, already technical and stuff, but I don't really get it. Where do I get a 2-pronged cable? I would assume I need to look through here. Hey Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does a plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about, but let me go have a look. Guess she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has it's got 2 of those metal things. What does that mean? Oh, that's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but, well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over for you. Yeah, that's no good then. Well, how about just a plug? What? Plug? Well, maybe more like a connector. It's a sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies plug into a plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? No, not useless. Not useless at all. That's just what we're looking for. Alright, then, can you hold on for a bit? Back down she goes. Alright, unplugged. I'll hand it over to you over at the bars, okay? See, here you go, the 2-prong plug. Okay, and the 2-prong on the head of this cable here. And we get a 2-prong power cable. Then we bring it over to the computer. And plug this in. Alright, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You'll never know until you try. Pretty optimistic. Junpei pushed the pushed the button from the monitor.
あ、ついたぞ。
Oh, that worked. With a soft hum, it turned on. RSF file, make directory, what other stuff. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen.
Eh?
What? He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this?
なんでだ、画面が勝手に動き始めたぞ。
It's running on its own?
みたいね。
It certainly looks like it. I guess an all-in-one computer?
みたいねって、不思議に思わないのか？
Isn't that kinda weird?
何が？
What?
こいつにはマシンの本体が接続されてないんだぞ。
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right?
あるのはキーボードと液晶ディスプレイのみだ。
I mean, there's just this keyboard and monitor.
ケーブルもさっき接続した電源のやつしか刺さってない。
I mean, the only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we plugged
な
in.
のに、なんで動くんだよ。
So why is it
ワ
working?
イヤレスディスプレイなんでしょ？
Maybe it's a wireless display. Certainly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus.
ワイヤレスディスプレイ？
A wireless display?
本体とは無線でつながってるのよ。ただそれだけのこと。っ
Yeah, it connects to your computer wirelessly, hence the name.
ていうか、淳平くん、いつの時代の人間？
Have you been living in a cave, Junpei? He most certainly had not, but
それって今は主流だったりするのか？
is that normal?
少なくとも私の周りではね。
Yeah, at least where I worked.
止まったわね。
Oh, it
パ
stopped.
スの4文字と
Pass with a colon.
どうやらパスワードを入力しないとダメみたいね。
Looks like we need to enter
バ
password.
カよ。この部屋のどこかにヒントが隠されてるってことか。
Again, there must be a hint around here somewhere.
探してきてくれる？
Can you take a look?
あ、わかった。
Yeah, I'm on it.
ってお前は。
Hey, what are you gonna do?
私は自力で何とかしてみるわ。
I'll see if I can do anything about this on my own. On your
そ
own?
う、自力で。
Yep, on my own.
ヤシロ？
Lotus. Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down onto it, in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, twisted her back left, then right.
さて、一丁やっつけてやりますか。
Alright, let's kick some ass. Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed. The click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire. What? Junpei was for once at a loss for words.
意外だった？
Didn't expect that, did you?
当たり前だろうが。
Of course I didn't.
早すぎてもはや打ち込んでる指が見えねえし。
You're typing so fast, I can't even see your fingers.
お前一体何者だ？何の仕事してんだよ。
What kind of job do you have? What are you?
無職よ、今はね。
I'm unemployed at the moment.
前はセキュリティソフトの会社に勤めてたんだけど、辞めたの。
I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
どうして？
Why? Lotus blinked.
まあ、ちょっとね。
It was just something. She stopped typing for a moment and her face fell.
あ、そうか。
I see. This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized, and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus's fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds, she was back up to speed. As she typed more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
で、今は何をしてるんだ？
What are you doing now?
ブルートフォースアタックの準備。
I'm gonna try and brute force it.
ブルーと、なんだって？
Brute, what?
ブルートフォースアタック。総当たり攻撃のこと。
Well, a brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack a thing head on. The long version. Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain.
暗号を解読するための最も確実で最も面倒な手段。
A brute force is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher.
想定されよる文字列の組み合わせをすべて確かめていく。そんな考えただけでも気が遠くなるような作業。
It checks for every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long
それを
time.
自動で行ってくれるプログラムを組んでいるのよ。
I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own.
まあ、あまりエレガントなやり方とは言えないけど、
It's not the most elegant solution, certainly.
この環境じゃ仕方ないわよね。
But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can really do. Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed the key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little
と
odd.
ころで、さっきの話だけど、
But back to what we were talking about
さっ
earlier.
きの話
What were we talking
ワ
about?
イヤレスディスプレイの話。
The wireless
これって
display.
よく考えてみると、やっぱり不思議よね。
It is kind of strange when you think about it, right?
ああ、なんて説明すればいいんだろう。
How do I put it?
例えば今、足し算を実行するプログラムを書くとするじゃない
Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, right?
で、1たす1イコールと入力する。
So you enter 1 plus 1.
すると画面には答えである2という数字が表示されることに。
The screen will show you 2.
ほら、不思議だ。不思議じゃない
See, isn't that strange?
あんまり
No, not really.
だけど、大昔の人だったらそう思うわよね。
Oh, come on. Of course the caveman like you would say was strange. You just said so a minute ago.
わからないかな
You're just not getting it, are you?
1たす1の計算をしたのは誰
So who calculated 1 plus 1?
コンピューターの本体だろさっき無線で繋がってるって
Well, the main computer, right? You said it was connected to the monitor wirelessly.
でも、大昔の人だったらそうは思わないわよね。
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that,
多
right?
分、このモニター自身が計算をしてるんだってそう思うはず。
They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating.
で、彼らは検証を始めてみるわけよ。
And once they decided that, they'll start examining this
モニ
monitor.
ターの表面をペン先でつついたりして、
They might poke the screen or
うん
something.
ここを押すとこんな風に色が変わるのか。
They're like, see? I see the color changes when I press it
次
here.
に中の基板をうりうりといじくって。
Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside.
なるほど。ここの配線がこの出力と関係してるんだな。
Like, oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power.
最後には、この配線を無事と切断してみたりとかもして。
Eventually, they might even cut the wires.
やっぱりそうだ。配線を切断したら結果が出力されなくなった。
Yes, just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear.
ゆえに、計算をしているのはこのモニター自身なのだ。
Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
本当は淳平君の言った通り、コンピューターの本体が計算してるのにね。
But the truth is that, just as you said, the computer is doing the calculating.
でも、大昔の人たちはそのことに気づかない。
But these cave people wouldn't know that.
まさか無線でつながってるとは思いもよらないから。
Because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly. Lois continued to type. Junpei scratched his head.
それで結局何が言いたいんだお前は
So, what are you trying to say?
別に何も。た
Nothing.
だ、
Nothing really. It's just I thought
人
maybe.
間と脳の関係も同じなのかもしれないってそう思ったから。
What if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
Huh?
例えば人間の脳のいろんな場所に電極を刺すとするじゃない
Well, let's say you stick a whole bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain.
その時研究者はこんな風に言うかもしれない。
Scientists examining the signals that they send out might, scientists examining the signals they send out might
う
say,
ん。ここを刺激するとこんな風に色が見えるのか。
it's like interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors.
なるほど。ここの神経回路は A という機能を司ってるんだ
Then
な。
that must mean this neuron cluster controls that function.
よし。試しにこの部分を切除してみよ
Then okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this
う。
part.
やっぱりそうだ。この部分を切除したら A という機能が失われた。
Like, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease.
ゆえに人間の思考活動は脳によって行われているのだ。
Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the brain again, or must occur in the human brain.
同じでしょ
It doesn't sound the same.
人間の脳はただの出力装置。モニターなのかもしれないわ。
Maybe the brain is just an output device, just like this monitor.
思考活動を行っているのはどこか別の場所にある本体で。
Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else in the main
た
body.
だ私たちはそれを知らないだけなのかも。考えもしないのよ。
We just don't know it. We never even think about
大
it.
昔の人たちが電波の存在を知らなかったと同じように、私たちも。
It's like those cave people who wouldn't know about wireless communications.
思考の情報を運ぶ未知の媒体が存在するなんて思いもよらないから。
Can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information to our brains where we experience that information as thoughts. Junpei didn't say anything, not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly, and he was surprised to be hearing something like that from someone like her.
脳はただの出力装置。思考の本体は別の場所にある。
The brain is just an output device, and human thought actually occurs somewhere else.
何言ってんだよ。
Huh, that's just crazy talk. Did Lotus really think that? He wondered. It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultist religion.
もしかしたらセブンの記憶障害もそういうことなのかもしれないわ。
But maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia. Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus continued.
記憶はどこか別の場所にある本体の方に格納されていて、本当は何も忘れてなんかいないのかもしれない。
If memory is actually stored somewhere else in some sort of main body up somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. That plot. I mean, this is a pretty great view.
ただ脳というモニターに障害があるからうまく思い出せないだけで。
It looks so comfy. Plot pillows are the best pillows. He's just having a difficult moment accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, had been damaged.
失語症や孟子の人も同じ。
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight too.
本当は喋れるのかもしれない。本当は見えてるのかもしれない。
Perhaps they can actually speak or see.
ただモニターの調子が悪いだけでね。
What the hell are her nipples? Yeah, like when you really think about it, with how low cut these are, you'd probably see them like right here and here. But I don't know, censoring. Like they're not actually your traditional breasts. They're just lumps of fat. I don't know. Whatever. You know, kind of like when you look at like the Naga people or something like that. When you look at like Warcraft and stuff, it's like there's like no nipples. It's just you know, two orbs under your chest. You know, there's no nips to be seen here. Let's see.
あとはそう総合失認症の人だってそうかもしれないし。
She originally started in some kind of hentai. I mean, potentially with someone as exotic looking as her. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, if I remember, I'm not sure if I remember correctly when I originally played 999, but I don't think Lotus's outfit was explained at all. Like, we know the background right now from this scene that she used to work with cybersecurity, but why does she wear extremely skimpy clothes? Like, if I remember correctly, this was never addressed in any of 999 that I've played on the DS. Like, not once when I explored every single route with Lotus. Like, there's just zero explanation. So I guess people with prospagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
ちょっと待て。
Wait.
総合失認症
What? He knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blindsight was easy enough to guess. But he never heard the word prosopagnosia before?
知らないの？総合失認症。
What? You never heard of prosopagnosia? Lotus spun around in a chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head.
初めて聞いた言葉だ。
No, what is it?
簡単に言うと、人間の顔を識別することができない症状のこと。
Well, put it simply, it's a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces.
あの人とこの人の顔を区別することができないの。
In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours.
当然、顔を覚えることもできない。
So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each
だから
other.
道でばったり知り合いに出会ってもその人が誰なのかわからないのよ。
That means people with prosopag whatever have trouble recognizing even people they're close
と言
to.
っても大抵は声や服装で判別できるみたいだけどね。
Usually they can make do by associating people with other things, their voice, their clothes, or their hair.
それって人間の顔が全部のっぺらぼうみたいに見えるってことか？
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
そういうのとはちょっと違うみたいよ。
No, I don't think so.
例えば猿山の猿を考えてみて。
You see monkeys in a zoo, right?
私たちにはどの猿も同じ顔をしてるように見えるでしょ。
You know, to you and me, all monkey faces look the same.
別にのっぺらぼうに見えるわけじゃないけど、それでも一頭一頭区別することはできないはず。
You know, even though they've obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them.
長年付き合っている飼育員なら見分けることはできるのにね。
Well, the zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually, but you or I couldn't unless one had a scar or something to set it apart.
まあ、要するにそういうこと。
That's how people would be to some with prosopagnosia.
総合失眠症か。そんな症状が
God, they really want me to say this so often. The prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know a thing existed. Numa did his best as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head. So basically me in college. Basically.
で、何の話だったっけ？
And what were we talking about?
脳はただのモニターなのかもしれないって話。
The idea that your brain is just an output device like a monitor.
それって本気で言ってるのか？
Are you serious about that stuff?
まさか半分は冗談よ。
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
残りの半分は？
What about the other half?
そうね。
Well,
下段かしら。
I guess I was just adulting. That is a really bad joke. Yeah,
寒いな。
not funny. Old woman jokes. Lotus the Small had something rather masochistic to
と
it.
にかくただのヨタ話みたいなものだから
Masochistic, you
真に
say?
受けないでね。
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it too seriously.
ちょっと思いついたから退屈しのぎに行ってみただけ。
It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill some
で
time.
ももう話す必要はなくなったわ。
But it doesn't look like I need to talk any longer.
どうして？
Why?
退屈じゃなくなったからよ。
I don't have to kill time any longer. She spoke and Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down on the enter key.
完成したのか？そのブルーとなんとかってやつ。
Well, then you finished that brute whatever
え
thing.
え、ほら、結果が出るわよ。
Hey, thank you for the host, Curly. I certainly did. And let's see what we got. See, chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a number of lines appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen had cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
楽勝ね。
Huh, piece of cake. Lotus would clearly pat herself on the back if it would not make her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares arranged by 3 by 3.
画面が切り替わったが、なんだこりゃ。
The screens change again? What the hell is that?
さあね。パズルのように見えるけど。
No idea. It looks like a puzzle. Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
解いてくれないのかよ。
Aren't you, I don't know, gonna do more computer stuff?
仕方がないじゃない。プログラムが組めないんだもの。
I can't do any more. It won't let me do any more programming.
キーボードを叩いても。
See, the keyboard.
ほらね。何の反応もなし。
Nothing.
こうなったら私にはどうすることもできないわ。
So there's nothing more I can do.
というわけだから、淳平くん。あとは任せたわよ。
Well, I'll just leave this to you then, Junpei. What?
何よ。ちょっとぐらい休ませてくれたっていいでしょ？
Let me take a break, alright? I mean, honestly, Lotus did do all the hard work with programming some brute force thing on the fly, so all I've got to do is just click on stuff on the screen, so I shouldn't be complaining.
私はきちんとやるべきことはやったんだから。
I did my part.
それは
Well, he wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself.
まあそうだよな。助かったよヤシロ。
Well, I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
はいはい。素直でよろしい。
Alright, make sure you know when to thank. Make sure you know when to thank people.
さて、ここから先は自分の力で何とかしないとな。
I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else. Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. So basically, the numbers that we saw from Clover show us what order we need to click the squares in. So basically, here, and done. Alright, I solved it. Hey, did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Where'd it come from? It's all these. Oh, look, Junpei. The lights on the lockers are all green. Then we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. There's more than one key in here. This one's small and it goes in some sort of machine, and this one has an Earth symbol on it. I think the Earth symbol matches the keyhole on the door on A deck. Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright then, Earth key, I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. As for the other key... It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
ねえ順平、ちょっといい？
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute? He put the puzzle aside for a moment and walked over to Clover.
どうしたんだ？
What's up?
あのね、一つ聞きたいことがあって。
I wanted to ask you something.
ん？
What?
順平、さっきお兄ちゃんと一緒に5の扉に入ったでしょ？
Junpei, you went to door 5 with my brother, right?
その時、何か気になること言ってなかった？
Did you hear him say anything weird?
Huh?
Huh? Why was she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was attached to her brother, so of course she would have been worried about him.
そうだな。
Let me think. Thought back to when he got through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
すまんよつば。特に思い当たることはないよ。
Sorry, Clover, I can't really think of anything.
ただ、人並み外れた聴覚を持ってるとかなんとかって。
I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that.
そんな話ぐらいしか。
That's about it.
そう。
Okay. Boba's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away.
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Hey, wait a minute. Huh?
こんなこと聞いていいのかどうかわからないが。
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but...
もしも差し障りなかったら、教えてくれないか？
If you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if,
ニルスは、
is Snake,
その、
I mean,
生まれつき、
was he born...
目のこと？
You're talking about his eyes?
そうだ。
Yeah.
生まれつきじゃないよ。
No, he wasn't born
お兄
blind.
ちゃん、小さい頃事故に遭って、
When he was a kid, he got into an
交
accident.
通事故。
A really bad car accident.
それで視力を失っちゃったの。
He couldn't see after that.
左腕も
And
その時に。
his arm.
左腕？
His arm? Yeah.
お兄ちゃんの左腕は普通の人とは違うの。
My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm.
人工的に作られたものなんだ。
It's fake. It's not a real arm.
事故の時に大怪我を負って、そうしなきゃならなくなって。
The accident hurt him pretty bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
もういい？
Is that all you wanted to ask me? Talking about their brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
すまなかったな。 辛いことを思い出させてしまって。
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
うん。
No, it's not that. Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Junpei, thank you so much for everything. Whoa, what's this all about? And also, I'm sorry I messed up. Hey, can we talk about this when we get you out? Okay, we can talk about this when we get you out, okay? Just hang on, Clover. I'll get you out there right away. Yay! This is the first time I've actually seen a genuine smile out of this chick. So compared to when we went through door 7 and stuff, like, we never seen her this perky before. Dude, this is the monitor. There are a whole bunch of cables under that. There's something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or something. Wonder what they're doing there. Why is she all quiet now? So they were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, that should look sad. Is there anything unusual on that machine? Well, I don't know, you know? There are a whole bunch of cords from the bottom of it. Jeez, that's a lot of cords. It's that they all go into the mannequin's head. The device and the mannequin are connected, so what are they doing in there? Oh man, back when this laboratory was live, that wasn't a mannequin there, I bet. There's a real live human on that table. I wonder what? No, I don't want to think about that. So... where can I... where do I use this? Oh, pff, right. Oh, this key. Alright, I'll turn it on. Alright, the light is on now, and it's full of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device, emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. There's power. Oh, so we do go back to... see, Junpei. The thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, play with it for a little? Okay, yeah. I'll turn this dial here, turn. I don't think it's working. Nothing's happening. Maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the other stuff, or cut the outer stuff of the cables. I can see the wires inside. Maybe if you increase the voltage. Roger that, will do. Oh, I'm gonna go all the way to the max. Oh no. But max? Wait, Clover, don't. Oh shit. What? I think well, we started a fire. Oh my god. The mannequin's head. Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. What the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will now be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Junpei, it's so hot in here. Help me. Wait, I know what to do. Open the door. Junpei, look at the light. Yeah, it's green. The emergency system is activated to disable the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei, come on, kid, jump. You're safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. I'm gonna close this door again, I think. Clover, are you alright? Are you hurt? Cough, cough. Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, big jerk? I was almost dead. Ooh, the door's right next to us. I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. Fire's not gonna stay in that room forever. And we did it. See, Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them. Thank God we got out of there.
出れたね。
Yeah, finally.
はあ
Yeah. All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Ooh. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one he could feel his body begin to calm down.
よし行こう
Alright, let's go.
うん
Okay. They nodded to each other and started off down the hall. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were
どの
locked.
扉もダメね。鍵がかかってる。
Damn.
次の
Oops.
扉はどうかな
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked. How about that one? Final door sat in the corner of the hallway.
今度こそ開けばいいんだけど
Let's hope this is the door with the prize. Jimmy grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried up behind him. It was neither Clover or Lotus, but he recognized it. There's no doubt the voice belonged to Jumpy! Huh? He spun around. There at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. 3 of them.
紫
June.
それにサンタとセブンも
Santa, 7. They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
おいなんでお前らがここにいるんだよ
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
なんでって言われても
What? But we didn't. Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
ちょっとみんなこっち来てもらえる
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this? She was standing near the end of the hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd
おい
found.
この壁に貼ってあるのって
Hey, on the wall,
船内マップだ
a map of the ship's interior?
左上のところに C デッキとありますね
It says C deck.
このフロアのマップだってことかしら。
So it's a map for this floor then.
7の扉と
There was 7.
8の扉
Okay, I think I'll just skip this because we already seen this on the other path. So
今俺
basically,
たちがいる通路に出るようになっているのか
yeah, so basically the things connect together and meet up back in there. So that's just kind of skip ahead.
よ1そう
ええ
マジ
Yeah, no real no new dialogue here. So, I forgot, was there a new dialogue or choices once we got past here, or is it all the same once we load in this part?
いや戻ってきたんだこの
なるほど、話は分かった。そ
Okay,
れにしてもな
so...
んだがな、どうも肩透かしを食らった気分だよ。
Okay, so I believe, wait, what was this room?
必ず戻ってきてくれると信じてい
So
る。
that was the engine room. 6th door. Wait, was there anything in the cargo room? Outside the room. Forgot. Was there anything beyond door 6? Because door 6 was the engine room with like all those gears and coal and stuff you have to move around. So I forgot. When I did the knife ending, was there any important decision that I missed? So there's a story with Santa, and then in the other room we found the gun. Was there any important decision to make at that point? I'll go save right here.
確かに私はそう言ったが、まさかこんなに早く実現するとはね。
Or I'll probably pick a different save slot. Alright, so...
まあいずれにせよ
Okay,
こうして
so
無事に再会できたんだから
I
よかった
believe
じゃ
there's
ねえか
no real difference, or there's no choice here, I believe. So I think we could just go over here. Go over here. I think we should skip ahead until we get to a different part here, now that we kind of uncovered this little part. Okay, so Clover went missing at this point when we went to door 6. Or are we gonna get to a... Are we still gonna go down the axe ending? Or knife ending, I mean? Ah, damn it. So wait, I couldn't do that? Well, wait. 2 and 6, wait. No, wait, what did I miss? Wait, unlocked and locked? Wait. So... Wait, what did I... Whoops. Wait. I think I'll just skim through this part once we get to door 6. Okay, wait. So how do I get that other ending? Because I know going through door 5 was the important part. But what other decision am I missing? Okay, I'm having trouble remembering right now. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm not sure if there was any important thing over here that I had to grab, right? Should I probably look it up? Or figure this out on my own? I should probably figure it out on my own, huh? Cause, let's see. So... Let's see, so we got through there, we met back up. Back in the big room. We looked at the doors after all was said and done. Going through here was door number 2, so that's not it. So there had to have been something along this route that I need to uncover. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to rush through this. So, let's see. Okay, no, not that. Anything over here? Alright, so nothing really there. Okay, this is gonna take a little moment. I just did this section yesterday. No, nothing in them. Secret Snowman meeting. Okay, nothing there, forgot. Gear. Okay, so let's go back. I think we need to go up here. See, we can't really do anything there. So then we go up around. Okay, so I'm not gonna cross that one. Okay, and we move around here. Come on. I need to skip this dialogue and get moving. Alright, I need to cross this one. And there's the wheel I need to take off here and bring to the other side. And then I need to go back across B, and then down to C. Then fit this in here. now. Oh, right. I have to... Wait, oh, did I? Wait, did I move the thing already? Oh, right, I didn't click on it. Alright, so we kind of just click on that to get the box down with the device for the conveyor belt. We've seen all this already. So just talking about how we're all just kind of tired and surprised that we're not all exhausted just like her. Oh, wait, new dialogue.
実験で思い出したけど、こんな話知ってるか？
You know, speaking of experiments, Santa suddenly stopped.
ある研究者がラットを使ってこんな実験をしたらしいんだ。
Oh, right. Okay, so there was an important thing I needed to trigger. It was just that it just had to have been in here. Oh wait, was that why there was this key symbol here? That's probably why. Okay, so we're at a new bit of dialogue now, so I'll stop skipping. Alright, so this is there was this experiment some scientists did with rats.
まずこの字型の水槽を用意する。半分ぐらい水が溜められた水槽だ。
Oh, what happened when you were gone? Wait, 16 viewers. Holy crap, I did not look at my view count. Well, hello everyone. I was so focused on trying to get the safe ending that I didn't realize. Alright, so first they took a square C-shaped tank. Oh wait, what happened when you were gone? Okay, so I guess a brief recap. I'm trying to get the safe ending right now, and what that had to hinge on was me going down door number 5 to look for the safe that was located within the first class cabin. And then for some reason Snake and Seven kind of ignored it because, like, you know, it's like we solved the puzzle, but there's still a safe here. But I guess it doesn't matter now that we got the safe the door unlocked. So then we just proceeded onward, and then I had to go through door number 8 here with Lotus and Clover, and have some talks with them about some other stuff. I think Lotus had a bit of dialogue about like how the human brain was an output device to take in human thoughts for some other stuff, and now I got the trigger for Santa's rat experiments. And alright. So first they took a square C-shaped tank and filled it with enough water that could drown the rats in it.
この水槽には出口が2箇所ついてる。
The tank had 2 exits.
そのうち上の方の先端の出口を A、下の方の先端の出口を B とする。
Just to make it easy, we'll call one A and the other B.
A の方は真っ暗で、さすがのラットといえども何も見ることができない。
You know, exit A is pitch black. So dark, even a rat can't see anything.
一方 B の方には電流が流れていて、実はここから脱出することはできないようになってる。
But exit B is electrified, which means the rat can't even leave through it.
さて、この状態で水槽の真ん中のところにラットを放り込んだらどうなる？
So what would a rat do if it was put in this situation?
ラットは A と B どちらの出口から脱出しようとするだろう？
Which exit would the rat choose? There was a moment of silence after Santa posed a question. Then Ace responded.
当然 B だろうな。ラットには電流が流れているなんてわからないわけだし。
Well, B, of course. The rat had no way of knowing that exit B was electrified.
その通り。ラットは B へと向かってしまう。
Exactly. The rat goes to B.
ところが今言ったように B には電流が流れている。
Of course, like I said, it's electrified.
そこから脱出することはできない。
Which means the rat can't get out that way.
そうして何度も試行錯誤を繰り返しているうちに
So after a lot of trial and error,
やがてようやくラットは A の道を発見することになる。
the rat eventually finds exit A.
何のことはない。ただの学習実験の話だな。
Well, I can't say that's very interesting or relevant. It's simply the story of a laboratory experiment.
いや違う。面白いのはここからなんだ。
Well, you're right. It isn't very interesting. Yet. Huh?
その研究者は何十匹何百匹というラットを使って
See, these scientists repeated this experiment over and over.
さらに何十世代にもわたり繰り返し何度もこの実験を行ったらしい。
Using hundreds of different rats over several generations.
すると驚くべき結果が出た。
This produced some surprising results.
世代を経るにつれて正解である A の出口へとたどり着く時間がどんどんと短くなっていったんだ。
With each generation, the rats took less time to find the correct exit.
最終的には一発で A から脱出してしまうラットも現れたとか。
Eventually, a rat was put into the tank, who instantly chose exit A without even attempting to go for exit B.
しかも話はそれだけでは終わらない。
But that wasn't the most impressive part.
その実験が行われた研究所から遠く離れた別の施設で検証を行ってみても結果は同じだった。
The same experiment was conducted in another laboratory, far from the original one, with the same results.
いや、同じだったってだけじゃない。
No, on second thought, the results weren't exactly the same.
ラットたちはなんと実験1回目にして続々と最短のクリアタイムを叩き出してしまったらしい。
Well, the rats in the second experiment began the trials with significantly faster times than the first rats in the initial one.
最初の実験で使われたラットたちとは全く血のつながりがないにもかかわらず、
And these rats weren't related to the others and had never come into contact with them. And yet,
彼らはこぞって示し合わせたかのように正解の A から脱出していった。
they all easily found their way to exit A as though they already knew.
これは一体どういうことなのか。
What did this mean?
テレパシーか？
Are you suggesting something like telepathy?
目には見えない何かで情報を伝え合っていたとでも？
They were passing information to one another through some undetectable medium? A morphogenetic field of sorts? Like we discovered in the other routes? So, right now, this is like assuming that we've kind of know stuff from other playthroughs. So we're starting to see more connections from what other people have told us in the other routes I've gone through. Like, back here with door number 4 with Lotus and a morphogenetic field. Over here in door number 7, I believe, with, no, not door 7. Was it door 7? No, it was in this section when June had her discussion about Ice 9 and things trying to communicate with each other over long distances through some kind of invisible field or medium of sorts. And now we get this relation here with experiment with rats. Somehow, like, they just happen to know this and then move on.
さあどうだろうな。
Well, how the hell would I know?
そんなもんが本当にあるのかどうかはわからねえが。
Well, I'm not any kind of scientist. I don't know what made him do that.
ま、世の中にはそういう奇妙な話もあるってことだ。
But I do know that story's true, and if you've got another explanation, I'd sure love to hear it.
さあ探索を続けよ
Come on, let's get moving. There's still a lot here we haven't checked out.
う。紫がくたばっちまう前に早くここから出ないとな。
And we gotta get the hell out of here before June passes out. Without waiting for a response, he turned around and started walking. Junpei, however, wasn't ready to leave the topic
なあ
alone.
待ってくれ。一つ聞きたいことがあるんだ。
Hey, wait, there's something I want to ask you.
なんだ
What? Santa stopped and turned
ど
around.
うしてその実験に使われたのは水槽だったんだろ
Why did they use that tank for the
う
experiment?
は
Huh?
だって水なんかなくたって別にその実験はできたはずだろ
Well, I mean, you can conduct the same experiment without the water.
普通の乾いた通路を使えばよかったじゃないか。
They could have just used a dry box, you know?
脱出へのモチベーションを与えるためなら
You know, if they needed to motivate the rats to escape, they could have, I don't know.
電流の流れてる B の向こうに餌か何かを設置しておけばよかったはず。
You know, put some bait by exit B or something.
なのにどうして溺れさせる必要があったんだ
I mean, did they really have to make it so that the rats drown? Santa gave a grim bark of a laugh.
エマージェンスはエマージェンシーによって生み出される。
You know, the word emergency comes from the same root as the word emerge? You know, like we did see the word emergence when we went into door number 6 for the sub ending here with 7 and Lotus. Like there's that one door, if you guys remember, with the tiles that said emergence that we had to swap through. I don't think it's really too related, but like there's like a large coincidence here with the 2 words just popping up like this.
こんな言葉聞いたことないか？
You ever think about that?
エマージェンシーはわかるよな。緊急事態のことだ。
Well, an emergency is something urgent. You know, often something dangerous.
一方、エマージェンスってのは出現、発生のことで。
And to emerge means to sort of come out or appear or rise out of something else.
講義ではひらめきのことも表す。
You know, what's gonna emerge in an emergency? Inspiration.
ひらめき
Inspiration?
そう。
Yeah.
頭の中のモヤモヤした塊が一つの形を伴って発現する事象のことだ。
Think about it. When the chips are down and either you crack or your mind focuses and pulls up what you need.
つまりひらめきは緊急事態によって生み出される、そういうことか。
So in an emergency, your real potential emerges. Is that what you're saying?
ああ。
Yeah.
だからラットは溺れさせられたんだよ。ひらめきをもたらすためにな。
Yeah, that's why the rats had to drown. They had to be in danger. There had to be an emergency for an inspiration to emerge. Junpei suddenly felt cold. The back of his head was aching and his stomach felt strange. And also, I think they also referenced it, what was it? It was either, well, I forgot where, but someone mentioned how, the morphogenetic field, like that was mentioned earlier in the earlier rooms or other routes, that basically, oh wait, I think it was with Clover? Yeah, I think it was with Clover, I believe. She's mentioned how, like, the experiment with the kids 9 years ago involved something similar to this, and... Was it Clover? I don't know. But someone said that there was the experiment, and they need to have that same element of danger to trigger whatever results of the experiment they needed. So just like the thing with the lab rats here. Oh, and also cool, I triggered the new piece of dialogue here. Alright, so now that we got that all handled, I need to speed through this as fast as I can. So, go through over here, down there, and then we get this control panel for something. And then we can press this power button here. And then we exit out here, get the coal, put in the turbine, and we need to find a little thing to start up the fire though. See a box with coal. Whoops, I accidentally clicked on the wrong one. And then we put stuff in here. Okay, so now we need to find a way to heat this stuff up. So what do I need to do? Heat it up again? Oh wait, no, I think I just needed to click on I think powering the turbine on powered up the thing on the wall there, so I need to get over there next. Okay, so now we go over... wrong way. Go over here, see that this thing's on. Turn this on. Now we get the gears that are moving with the 3 discs that we need. Whoops, wrong one. Then go over, exit out, go in there, like this, exit out. Then go over here, grab the silver disc, exit out, move back, back. Go up the staircase here. And then we need to match up the red lines to make a sun. Then I believe we need to switch two of these. Whoops. There we go. Easy. Well, obviously, because I just did this puzzle like yesterday. So, there's that. Alright, so I'll just skip forward with that. So, now I think this is all old dialogue that we can just skip through. And is there any new dialogue with Santa? Or was the only new trigger from up there with the lab rats?
俺たちには両親がいなくてな。
Oh.
小さい頃に事故で亡くしちまったんだ。
Oh, hey, wait, it stopped. Okay, so we got new dialogue here. So, what's that, June? Okay, so talking about sister. So we didn't have
だ
parents.
から俺は
Whoops.
あいつにとっての父親みたいなもんで。
My bad. So we didn't have parents. They bought it in an accident when we were still kids. So I had to be her dad.
毎年クリスマスにプレゼントを送ってやるのも俺の役目だった。
And that meant I brought her Christmas presents every year.
イブの夜、枕元にこっそりとそいつを置いといてやるんだ。
On Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow.
すると翌朝、あいつは満面の笑みを浮かべて俺の部屋に飛び込んできて。
And the next morning, she'd come running into my room with this big smile.
お兄ちゃん見てみて。サンタさんからのプレゼント。私が欲しかったお人形、サンタさんがくれたんだ。
Look, look, Santa left me a present. He got me that doll I really wanted.
あのお手紙、今年もちゃんと届いたんだね。
I'm so glad he got my letter.
ってな。
Well, she was always so excited.
手紙ってのは俺があいつに書かせたもんだ。
I was the one who told her to write down those letters.
欲しいもんを書いてサンタさんに送ろう。そう言ってな。
No, I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa.
宛先は北欧のデタラメな住所。そいつに切手を貼ってポストに投函させる。
The address I gave her was something in, the address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyways, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out.
すると何日か経って、宛先不明で自宅の郵便受けに戻ってくるから。
And a few days later, it'd show up in our mailbox marked address
俺
unknown.
はそれをあいつよりも先に手に入れて開封するんだ。
I'd opened the letters before she figured out that they'd been sent back.
で、その1年間にたっぷりと貯めた小銭を握りしめて、目的の店へと走る。
You know, once I had a letter, I'd go around a couple of stores with some money I saved up over the year and buy her the stuff she asked for.
毎年毎年、俺はそうやってあいつにプレゼントを送り続けてきたんだ。
You know, it took a lot of saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year. Aww. You know, what a nice brother. Keeping up the imagination of Santa Claus for something positive to look forward to every year, and also buying her presents to keep her happy, despite the fact that they're both basically orphans now. Must be tough to work hard enough to keep doing that every single year. Then it must be kind of hard to try not to break the illusion of Santa Claus being there. Otherwise, she'd kind of have her hopes and dreams kind of crushed a bit, huh? But yeah, it's real nice of Santa. Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing more to say. June looked down too, uncomfortable. The wall next to him suddenly groaned. Either he hadn't heard the sound or didn't care. Santa kept talking.
ところが、ある年のことだった。
But one year,
手紙の内容にちょっとした変化が。
her letter was different.
その年の手紙には、あいつの欲しいものが何も書いてなかったんだ。
She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that, really.
代わりに書かれていたのはこんな言葉だった。
Instead, it said,
今年はプレゼントはいりません。
I don't want any presents this year.
その代わり、願い事を一つ叶えてください。
Instead, I want you to make my wish come true.
ずっとずっと、こんな風に幸せな日々が続きますように。
My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really, really long time.
ってな。
And that was it. Nothing else.
だが俺は結局、その願いを叶えてやることができなかった。
But I couldn't make that wish come true.
サンタクロースとしては失格だ。
Some Santa I am. Santa looks sad. Junpei had never seen him look so sad before. He wasn't sure he liked it. Junpei decided it was probably best to not ask Santa any more questions. But
何かあったんですか？
what happened? June glanced up at Santa quickly as she spoke. He answered, but with only an effort.
死んじまったんだよ。
She died.
殺されたんだ。今から9年前に。
She was killed 9 years ago. There was nothing Junpei could say. His heart felt like a great lump of lead. June bit her lip and looked away. Her face was pale.
最後。
Alright, let's go. Santa stood up, suddenly his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back into his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them 2 at a time. June and Junpei looked at one another. There was nothing more they could think of to say.
おい、何やってんだ。
Oh, I can skip this now. Alright, so now we know about, well, like, given the information that we learned from our other or the other routes we looked through earlier, we know that Santa's sister is now involved with the experiment 9 years ago. Because I believe Clover mentioned about the same thing about the experiment too 9 years ago, and eventually one girl died. And just like Santa said, his sister 9 years ago had died too. So now we know that there's even more connections going on between Santa, Clover, basically almost everyone to the Nonary Games. Because we also know from the sub-ending here, I guess I'll go over here. So I guess when we went through door number 1, Clover told us about the experiment with with a whole bunch of kids and how a girl died. Basically how a girl died in that experiment. And 7, when he was over here in the... Hey, Storm, how you doing? When we're over here with door number 2, I believe, with the sub-ending, 7 regained his memories and saw that he was in another Nonary game with a whole bunch of kids, like Clover and Santa. Okay, Santa didn't explicitly say it, but that Clover said earlier. So basically, actually no, wait, actually, well, if we connect the 2 stories together, then we can infer that 7 saw one of the girls perish. Because all the stories are the same. We can assume that for sure for the sake of this huge story here. So Clover mentioned that someone had died, and someone in chat, I kind of forgot who, sorry, mentioned that the Japanese dialogue mentioned Akane. But oddly enough, when Lotus was talking about it in the other escape room here, she mentioned how one of her daughters went missing 9 years ago and died, and she was named Nona. So there's something here, there's a little bit of difference from what we heard from the Japanese dialogue that mentioned Akane from what someone in chat picked up a while back, versus how Nona died 9 years ago here from Lotus's family. And now we get a thing here from Santa saying that her sister died 9 years ago as well. So we have a girl who died here with the name of Akane. Okay, we can actually think about who that is. But we have Lotus's daughter, Nona, who died 9 years ago. And then we have Santa's little sister. So now we're getting a whole bunch more connections to the previous Nonary game that we didn't see compared to earlier. But right now, that's all the information we really know, and that's just kind of information floating in the air. And all that's left to do is progress onward, because there's a specific a route trigger here that we need to uncover, and also uncover here if we want to go down this route. So I need to go speedrun through this room. Oh, you just woke up, Storm? Oh, he had a real rough time sleeping? What happened? Was it like some bad weather, or just your body just trolled you and somehow just made you wake up at a really shitty time? I kinda had I always have that like similar feeling too every time I give myself time to sleep and stuff. Like, I was like, okay, like I need to wake up like at a decent time and stuff, so I'm gonna go sleep early and catch up on all that sleep, right? So I sleep, I would say, a reasonable time, like 10 or 11 o'clock. And then when I wake up, it's like, oh man, it's like, what did I was like, whoa, wait. I was like, I had some weird dream, or I just woke up suddenly, and it's like, I look out my window, it's still pitch black, and I pick up my phone that I have laying on a side table next to me. I turn it on, and I look at the time. So I slept at 10. I woke up at 2 in the morning. I'm like, come on. It's like, there's like still like 5 more hours of sleep that I really need, and yet my body's like, no, I'll just wake up right now and force you to suffer through 2 hours for you to try to force yourself to sleep again, only to have another couple of hours of sleep. So I'm like, ugh, come on, like, can I just have one complete night rest without having to, like, wake up, sleep, or try to sleep, and then just have, like, some real rough, like, nap, I guess. Oh, hey, Dist, how you doing? You slept for 4 hours, you wanted to go to sleep, but then your chat memes delayed it by 30 minutes. And now you're awake by 7 AM? Oh, jeez. Let's see, it's locked. We need the key. Okay, we should be able to get a car that's laying next to them. Alright. See, I believe over here. This one. And that one. I think there's a card over here? No. In the bag. And over here, we get another card of basically everyone's mugshot. And then we go over here.
写真のついたカードは9枚揃ったな。
Alright, so we basically skip through here and then... Oh hey, okay, we're at a new bit of dialogue here. Okay, so just recalling a bit of information that we learned earlier. So you guys remember that when we were here with Lotus, she mentioned like the some disorders that rob people of their senses, either their ability to speak or see and stuff like that. But then she mentioned prosopagny, or wait, was it proso something? Okay, it's not my fault. Like the field of medical science has weird names for these conditions. Oh, you did. Oh, you did a little stream of Nier Automata, and you went through some of the other endings. Yeah, I heard that the endings for Nier Automata are pretty damn good, but I haven't seen them for myself because I want to buy the game for myself one day and hopefully play it later once I get my new PC built together. But I'm almost there to building my new PC. I'm just waiting on a friend to upgrade his parts for him to pass down his other stuff onto me. So I just need that one little set of parts for my friend, and I can pretty much get everything all set up. So I'm really damn excited for this. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, you guys remember how Lotus mentioned the condition or disorder of not being able to see people's faces? Well, this finally explains what Ace was going through here. Because you guys remember when we went through this route before, Ace had trouble figuring out what the... Oh, I don't have the item list here. So basically, when I believe Junpei asked Ace, like, hey, could you read these cards and put them into whatever boxes these were in? And then Ace is like, no, how about you do it, Junpei? And that raised a real big red flag, but we didn't know at first when we looked at our other routes, because earlier in my other playthrough, I believe we went through door number 7, or, no, wait, Did I? Oh wait, I think I went through here because oh right. I think when I got the knife ending, I believe I went through door number 4 normally, and then door number 7, which avoided Lotus's talk about that whatever disorder. So we never triggered that dialogue from Ace. But now we know that Ace has this disorder and he can't see faces. Because what other reason would he have to reject our offer to put in the cards here for everyone's corresponding bracelet number and their faces? And the only reason you would reject this is if you can't see them. So we know for sure that Ace cannot see people's faces. Wait, what? Just then, Junpei heard a noise. He spun around and just in time to see June collapse in front of the fence.
Murasaki!
Hey!
Oi! Daijoubu ka?
June, are you okay? She did not respond. Junpei spun back around to face Ace.
すまん、紫が倒れたみたいだ。
I'm
ちょっと
sorry.
様子を見てくる。
I gotta go check on her.
箱のことは頼んだぞ。
You finished the box thing, alright?
この9枚のカードを箱のスロットに差し込んでくれればそれでいい。
Look, just put the cards on the boxes.
じゃあ頼んだぞ。
Look, I'm counting on you. She shoved the cards into Ace's hands and ran off toward June.
大丈夫か？どうしたんだ？
Are you alright? What happened? Ace called out to her as he ran.
Oh, 起きられるのか?
Can you stand? As he arrived, June was climbing to her feet with Santa's help.
すみません。大丈夫です。
I'm sorry. I'm fine.
ちょっとつまずいただけですから。
I just tripped.
嘘つけ。
Oh, don't give me that. Now's not the
本
time.
当ですって。そこに転がってた箱に足を取られて。
But it's true. I just tripped over a box.
いいから見せてみろ。
Look, let me see for a second. Junpei put his palm on her forehead.
まだ熱があるじゃないか。
Look, you're still warm. Her temperature was much the same as it had been the last time we checked. She wasn't hot like she had been before, but still warm. Her fever wasn't completely gone.
俺も倒れたところを見てたが、確かにつまずいただけだったみたいだぜ。
I saw her fall. I think she really just did trip on something, you know? Junpei would have been more willing to agree if June hadn't needed quite so much help standing
まあ
up.
その程度で倒れるようじゃ。
Still, to fall down like that.
まだまだ完全に回復したとは言えないんだろうけどな。
I think she's still probably a little messed up. June was doing her best to busy herself blushing dust off her dress. She looked a little embarrassed. Her face was a bit flushed. But she did look a great deal better than she had. But still.
とにかく一刻も早くここを出て病院に行かないとな。
Alright, well, let's get out of here as fast as we can so we can get you to a hospital.
そんな。病院なんて大げさですよ。
Oh, I don't think it's anything that serious.
薬を飲んでたっぷり眠れば、あっという間にケロッと治っちゃうと思います。
I just need a little medicine and some sleep, and I'll be just fine.
薬か。
Medicine, huh?
外部への連絡手段さえありゃ、一宮がすぐにでも手配してくれるんだろうが。
Well, if we can get in touch with anyone, or if we can get in touch with anyone outside, I'll bet Ace could swing that for you easy.
一宮が？
Ace?
どうして？
Why?
あ？知らないのか？あいつ製薬会社の社長なんだぜ。
Huh? Don't you know? He's the president of a pharmaceutical company.
会社の名前はクレイドル製薬。
Cradle Pharmaceutical is the name, I think.
マンドレインとかいう麻酔薬を主力商品にしてるらしい。
Their flagship product is an anesthetic drug called Soparil.
マンドレイン？マン
Soparil.
ドレインって
Soparil?
どこかで聞いたような。
I've heard of that somewhere before. Okay, so we're getting even more stuff revealed to us because in our previous routes here, we know that Cradle Pharmaceutical is behind disappearances of several children whom we know from Clover and Santa, or not Santa, and Clover and Seven, who were part of the Nonary Games. So then if we deduce things like this, so if the children were related to the Nonary Games, and Cradle Pharmaceutical is related to the a case of several missing children, upwards of 16, then we know that Creative Pharmaceutical is definitely some kind of influential factor behind the Nonary Games. And guess who we just found out? We know that Ace, from what Santa is telling us, is the president of Creative Pharmaceuticals. And we also have evidence of this even further because their flagship product of an anesthetic drug called Sopril. We know that from all the way back here, when Ace did his little heroic act of altruism, and not the little Freudian slip I said earlier, way back, that he took, like, he got some kind of medicinal vial and syringe and injected himself with an anesthetic with Sopril something on it. But the thing is that if you don't work in the field of, if you don't work in the medical field or be the owner of said medical company, how would you know that some medical vial of stuff inside is actually an anesthetic that'll make you go to sleep? So now we go from like looking at Ace as a hero to make us decide on going down a couple of doors, all like without having to struggle who goes through what. And now this introduces the question: how did he know what the anesthetic was, and why did he choose to inject himself with it instead of just simply saying, "Look, I'll just stay here. You guys can go through those doors"? Was there really a need to do that? So now this just raises even more questions about Ace's background. So now we will probably uncover some more here. So Junpei couldn't shake the feeling that he'd heard about Sopril before. Santa continued.
マンドレインってのはな、
Sopril. There it is.
蒸気ガスと同じく常温で気体の麻酔薬だ。
You know, it's an anesthetic that is that's a gas at room temperature, a lot like how nitrous oxide is.
導入までの時間は数秒と短く、ごく微量で効果を発揮するらしい。
You know, it takes only a few seconds to spread, and even a small amount is very effective.
そんな便利なもんだから、世界各地の警察や軍で麻酔弾として採用されるようになったんだとか。
A bunch of countries quickly accepted it for use in their police and military forces.
同情した犯人や敵兵、テロリストなどを無傷のまま制圧することができるからな。
It was an effective crowd suppressant and room clearer.
倫理的人道的観点から見ても、極めて有用性の高い理想的な薬品ってやつだ。
It was practical, ethical, and the humane nature of it made it the ideal drug.
開発されたのは今から6、7年前で、ある植物の根から抽出された成分を元に生成されたらしい。
It had been around for about 6 years or so, and they developed it from the extracts of several different roots.
それが公表されてから間もなく、たちまち世界各地の政府機関からオファーが殺到したそうだ。
And it became popular almost as soon as made public, with so many governments placing large
かく
orders.
してマンドレインの需要は飛躍的に高まり、クレイドル製薬の株価は爆発的に高騰することになった。
Demand for Sopril skyrocketed, and of course that meant Creative Pharmaceuticals' stock did so too.
お前なんでそんなこと知ってるんだよ。
Why do you know all of this? Santa's information was interesting, but Junpei couldn't help but feel a little suspicious. Santa's reply was blunt and
あのお
simple.
っさんから直接聞いたんだよ。
I heard it from the old man himself.
一味やから。
From Ace.
Ace.
When?
大階段にあった4の扉、その先の二等船室を探索してた時だ。
You know, by the number 4 door at the central stairway when we were searching the second classroom.
お前とニルスとセブンの3人は5の扉の方に入っていっただろ。
Remember how Snake, 7, and you went to door 5?
あの時だよ。
It was back then.
何気なく職業を聞いてみたら会社を経営してるって答えたから。
You know, I asked him what he did for a living, and he said he ran his own company.
あとはその流れで今の話になって。
You know, after that we just started talking, and it just came up, you know?
何か気になることでもあるんですか？
So, are you worried about something?
いや別に。
No, nothing. As he spoke, Junpei looked over toward Ace.
うん。
Uh-oh. Looks like someone can't recognize faces. He seemed to be having difficulty with the 9 boxes.
何やってんだあいつ。
What the hell is he doing? He turned back to June and Santa.
紫、とにかく無理するんじゃないぞ。
June, don't push yourself, alright?
はい。
Yeah.
サンタ、悪いが彼女を見ててやってくれ。
Santa, could you take care of her?
俺はちょっと一宮の方に行ってくる。なんか手間取ってるみたいだからな。
I'll go check on Ace. He's having trouble.
分かった。
Sure. He gave them both a short nod and then turned and headed toward Ace.
何やってんだよ。
What are you doing? Ace's back was to him just as Junpei approached. The older man turned around to look at him. His face was pale and covered in sweat.
どうしたんだ？
What happened?
いや、疲れのせいか。目がかすんでしまって、よく見えないんだよ。
Nothing. My vision has gotten rather blurry. I think perhaps of the fatigue. I can't see very well at the moment.
何が？
What can't you see well?
顔写真さ。
These pictures. Ace held the cards out to Junpei and splayed out in the shape of a fan.
認めたくはないが、あるいは老眼のせいかもしれん。
I don't care to admit it, but I may be developing presbyopia.
年は取りたくないものだな。
Growing old is a difficult thing. He made the best attempt at a self-deprecating smile, but his face was flushed and his lips were pale and drawn.
とにかく、あとは君に任せるよ。
At any rate, I'll leave the rest to you.
私は疲れたので、少し休ませてもらおう。
I'm feeling awfully tired, so if you don't mind, I'd like to rest for a bit. He shoved the cards into Junpei's hands and quickly walked away. Junpei looked at him quizzically.
疲れた？この程度のことでか？
How could simply looking at cards have tired him out? Well, from what we already known and I've already explained, since Ace doesn't know how to recognize a face from what we know from Lotus's explanation of his condition, and the fact that our other playthrough, when we avoided this route and went through this room with the assumption of going through door 7, like Ace simply says like it's like, hey Ace, could you do these could you put these cards in? No, you can do it, man. And he just like quickly deflected it. But now that we shoved Ace with the cards without like giving him any time to like say anything else, he'd basically been panicking over trying to unlock the boxes because like he doesn't recognize any of the faces. He can't read anything. So then of course like he'd be sweating bullets because he'd let his secret out if he couldn't recognize that. So that's why he felt all defeated on the inside and had to lie his way out, saying like, "Oh, this old body of mine can't see as well, you know. You know how it is with old men and everything." But he's still hiding that big secret, and he just feels defeated that he just let out a big flag saying, "Hey, I'm a big liar who has something to hide." So Junpei looked down at the cards in his hands. All the pictures were quite clear, and each person easily recognizable. Was Ace's vision truly so bad?
一宮は一体何に戸惑っていたんだ？
But if it wasn't, what had made him so uncomfortable? This is when Junpei remembered what he'd heard from Lotus much earlier. Ah, yes, so I guess I shouldn't have been talking that much and let the story explain for us.
総合失認症。
So, prosopagnosia.
簡単に言うと、人間の顔を識別することができない症状のこと。
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind cannot distinguish between human faces.
あの人とこの人の顔を区別することができないの。
In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's, or even yours.
当然、顔を覚えることもできない。
So they can't remember faces, which is how most people would recognize each
だか
other.
ら、道でばったり知り合いに出会っても、その人が誰なのかわからないのよ。
So that means people with prosopagnosia would have trouble recognizing even people they're close to.
まさかあいつは総合失認症なのか？
So maybe he's got prosopagnosia? So Junpei took another look at Ace. He sat at the base of the stairs, looking quite depressed.
まあ だからなんだというわけでもないか。
Well, he looks depressed enough to have it. If he really did have a prosopagnosia, there's no doubt that it was a depressing and painful experience. Still, Junpei did not feel like patting him on the shoulder and telling him everything would be alright would help that much. Still, Junpei felt perhaps it was best he kept Ace's condition to himself, at least for the time being.
さて、
Oh well. Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back toward the boxes.
とにかく今はこの9つの箱をやっつ
Time
け
to
てしま
solve
う
the 9 boxes puzzle. And blah blah blah.
そして、
And there are the 9 pins we need to put. Alright, so now that we uncovered all that stuff, we need to just solve this puzzle, or solve this room so that we can get the... Oh, actually, wait, can I just Oh, I can just skip now. Nice. Okay, I don't have to do any more of that. Alright guys, so we are on our way to another new ending now, so get ready guys. So I guess all you had to do was trigger the cutscene itself and not have to finish the entire room, so... Anyways, we are off to a new ending now. Because otherwise, if this was still locked, we'd default for the knife ending here. Leave no one behind.